So I says to Mabel, I said...
It has been so long since I have heard and I says to Mabel, I says. It's a long time. Long time coming.
Now you say Mabel, and I think of Mabel and Dipper from Gravity Falls.
Scott, when it comes to you, it's always a long time coming.
When I do this, my face disappears.
What do you meme?
Oh,
which
cute.
is kind of funny. I think. What do you meme? I thought that game was going to be evergreen. It is not. Very specific. Sorry.
What?
I just thought that game would be evergreen, but like the format of the memes is so very specific to a time period. It's just funny now. Trying to play it these days is fun.
Did Scott inform you about what people were saying about why you were gone?
Oh no, I did not. I thought she should get the full experience.
Okay, right.
Everybody needs to calm down.
Is it cool or embarrassing?
No,
Cool.
you paid your debt to society.
Yes, exactly.
And now you're back.
And now, exactly.
And the reason why you can't see the ankle bracelet is because nobody wears ankle bracelets on Twitch.
Right. Or
No one has legs.
no one has
Yeah.
legs. Right. Exactly.
Oh, it was so good.
It was good. She says.
To quote Bottoms, I heard you ate literal shit and like killed a girl in juvie.
Oh my god, that sounds awful. Actually.
One of those.
Well, it's a lie. So it's funny. Comedy.
Humor.
I'm just gonna.
But yeah, it was
Human
great.
body.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, I got out. Oh, I escaped.
Yes.
Yeah, presumably.
Well,
yeah.
Do I seem much larger than everybody else?
Yeah, well, we could be zoomed in and refocused
Or I could-
a little.
Out for you.
No.
Yeah, Scott, come out for him. I don't know.
There we go.
Speaking of Happy Jailbreak Day, I watched the most recent movie version of The Count of Monte Cristo.
Ah,
In French. Highly recommend. I thought it was excellent. Watched it on the plane.
nice.
The plane to jail.
The plane to jail.
Famously.
It's money plane. That's
Money Plane.
money plane straight to jail.
Did you watch Money Plane?
Absolutely not.
But
Why
have
would I
we
watch
watched
money plane?
essays and recaps on it? Of course we have.
I only needed to see that one thing with Kelsey Grammer. Like, that's everything
too.
I needed.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, we're good. I think we're
I was.
I did see Con Air, however.
Ooh.
I mean, a million years ago, but I saw Con Air.
sure.
That's John Malkovich, Nicolas Cage.
Oh. Ooh. But like one of the good cases.
Steve Buscemi?
Some people would argue that he has.
It's part of the
one-on,
Beige
one-off.
Volvo trilogy.
The beige what?
There are 3 Nicolas Cage movies where he claims to drive or reference a beige Volvo.
Yep.
That's so specific and weird.
Yep. The other ones.
Oh god.
So the
I'm here to hype train, and
this
there's
hype.
no stopping.
Thanks, folks.
the others are Face Off and The Rock.
He references a beige Volvo in those movies.
Yes.
So specific, so weird.
Um,
A different time in Hollywood, you could do what you wanted. You know.
in The Rock, he says, "Look, I'm just a biochemist. Most of the time, I work in a little glass jar and lead a very uneventful life. I drive a Volvo, a beige one. But what I'm dealing with here is one of the most deadly substances the Earth has ever known. So what say you cut me some friggin' slack?" And then in Con Air,
Deliver that.
in Con Air,
Why? Skills?
a very dead con is thrown out of the plane and lands on a beige Volvo.
Okay, love that.
Yeah.
That's a good reference, actually. Then in that case.
And
So what you're saying is that Troyan's new car has to be a beige Volvo. I don't know if we ever established what it was. Or
I don't
if
think
it's
we
been
had.
acquired. So there we go.
in,
Take that.
in,
Me deciding for
Face
you.
Off,
I love it. No.
after he escapes Erewhon prison, which of course is nowhere backwards because of course he escapes. He steals a beige Volvo from a
Oh,
valet.
there you go.
As one does.
As one does.
Yep.
That could be also. I mean, the director also could. Anyway, yeah. No, I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah. Okay. It feels very unassuming for Troyan,
Yes.
but maybe that's the plan.
Volvos are tank.
Yes, true. Which is famously what we need in a car in this.
Especially the way we drive.
Yeah. Did I take Drive? Damn it! I keep meaning to buy Drive.
Macros
No.
it's no drive.
No. That doesn't mean you can't. It
Wait,
just means
Macros
you can't do
doesn't
anything
drive? I
interesting.
don't know.
I like to think it's because Macros's arms are.
It's got enough drive for Dickerson and for Sky.
Oh, she's too busy in her triangle to drive.
Too busy riding to drive.
Hashtag mattress buys ride.
Yeah. All right. We love a good meme. If you're not familiar with hashtag Ray Buys Ride, most of you in chat probably are, but that was a joke from way back when in Exaltwitch Nexus when Liz's character Ray was going to buy Ride, and I think you overtly justified it as "I've been fucking." I seem to recall that was the joke.
That doesn't ring a bell.
Oh, okay. Can we roll?
Roll the tape.
Yeah, because we had so many horses and stuff.
Liz engaging in sexual activities during roleplay?
Sounds far
It
fetched.
does sound, doesn't it?
I don't know.
I had none of that. None of that last session, nor the session before,
I feel like
nor the session before that.
All right, we're getting Troy and laid.
What? No.
Oh, thanks, Ranty. Thank you, OSAP. Thank you to everybody who is making this hype train happen.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very, very kind.
Should I be getting in on this hype train?
Absolutely thrilled that we're here. Oh,
I don't have
yeah.
my phone here. I'm vulnerable.
With the hackers? Like, sorry. No,
Do you also need water?
Stop that.
No, I have one.
Okay.
I need a phone in case there's a drop.
Oh, yeah. Actually, very true.
Didn't sound like a segue, and we just stomped on it. With
No.
our big old feet.
Come here. Is it time? Is it time for me to... It's happening! Okay, hang on. Can I get in on this?
So, Scott, on a scale of 1 to Irish grandfather in a nightshirt, where does this shirt fall on that scale?
Oh, you?
Yeah,
Sorry.
because I'm feeling really Irish grandpa in a nightshirt right now.
I feel like
And-
the end of that scale is actually Ebenezer Scrooge in a nightshirt, by the way. I want to be
Yes,
very clear.
well, I'll be.
That's the top of it.
Do you have a capital, like...
Yes, 'cause
I
that's
really
the pin.
feel like I should have one of those.
Unreal, dude.
Every time I wear this, for some reason, it doesn't look like a nightshirt until I look at it in the camera and then go, yeah, it does look like a nightshirt.
Very fun. I love it. So yeah, like a 7, I would say.
Okay, cool.
You're definitely getting there. I feel like you could be sleepier and crankier. That's that.
I need
that's
to
the
dye
one.
my eyebrows again so they can look like my cranky face.
God, that was so funny. I had forgotten that was the thing you did. It's like not that long ago.
Yeah. Like just before she left.
Yeah.
Just before I left.
That was funny.
Well,
Nice.
I can only gift a sub. I cannot resub myself. Alas, alack.
Damn.
Well,
Little dainty little hat.
The Exaltwitch Nexus was, I think, my subtle way of referencing something we were talking about before, which, if I may,
Yeah.
is that this is the session where we have now equaled, I believe, the run of Exaltwitch Nexus.
Well, by the end of the session.
By the end of the
including
session,
the
as long as we all
bonus.
survive.
Yeah, that's true.
The April
Yeah.
Fools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boners.
Well, if you're not sure about surviving, perhaps you need some safety tools. You may not have these cards, but you do have options. We'll get to those in a minute. We do have these cards. What do they mean? The green card, also known as the play card, is used to indicate that despite any outward appearance, I, the player, am okay to continue. The yellow card, also known as the pause card, is an indication of a heads up. I need to let people at the table know something for them to take into account in order for me to feel safe. But once the card goes down, game can continue. The red card, also known as the stop card, is a full stop. We will drop out of game. In our case, we will likely go to a back screen. It's an opportunity for everyone at the table to discuss and come to an agreement where they all feel safe to continue. Which point, game can. You don't have cards, you do have options. What are they? You can whisper us at RPGClinic. We will see that up on our screen. You can also whisper one of our moderators, indicated with a green sword next to their name in chat. I believe I've seen... Actually, I'm not sure if I've seen either of them, but if you see a green sword next to a name, they're a moderator. You can whisper them. And they would be happy to keep your information anonymous. if you so choose. And of course, you always have the option, should you need to leave chat and or the stream. We don't want to see you go. We do want to see you safe.
100%.
Thank you.
you very much.
Hundo.
I was very confused because I saw users join Biff the Boss, John Barrels, and Robo, and I was like, that's us.
But we're already here.
Look, we need to artificially inflate our viewer numbers, apparently.
Your evil twins are in chat.
And obviously the last RPG Clinic member, B-Town MC.
Yeah!
Elizabeth B-Town MC.
That's her new alt account.
Yeah. I'm down.
Smurf
man. That sounds
account?
Awesome.
Because you need a Smurf account on Twitch, right? That's how it works.
Out.
Scott, you don't understand. I am the evil twin.
It's true.
And that means I have to go see someone about something that. Anyway.
Thank you for gifting us subs, Ablica.
Yay! Ablica. Thank you. Wow. No, I'm kidding, B-Town.
Hello.
I'm sorry, B-Town. I'm just kidding.
Hey!
Yay! There's
Your
a moderator.
equipment
We're
is here.
safe.
There's a mod.
Put your chaos away.
Yeah, put your chaos away, everybody.
It's important to have a mod present. Specifically, it's important to have Aragorn present
Mhm.
because now we had to find out whether or not you spent experience. I will point out that I was persecuted last session.
You were.
So let's see what's going to happen. 3, 2, 1.
Oh. Damn. Sorry, Flower. Oh yeah. Okay. I don't mean this as a read. You have a talent for this, Flower.
You have a talent
really
for
wild.
for guessing the
It's
opposite.
lost our font apparently. That's very
Wow.
That's a very high class
professional.
font.
What the fuck?
I don't know. It like uninstalled a font. GTH font.
Fancy hell.
It's the best place.
What'd you buy?
I bought, and I was back and forth between a couple of attribute increases, which is, a bigger investment because they affect more pools. I bought Charisma 3, which I felt was maybe not justified by the events of last session specifically, but the last number of sessions, it feels...
Dante?
Don't worry, Erwin. We will order the Jevsecution shortly.
I don't know.
Exterminate.
Jevsterminate.
Exterminate.
There we go. That's a good one. Not from
Jevsterminate!
Not from a Jeff. Is that just a Jedi? No.
Woo. Oh,
boy.
God.
Shall we see what happened last session?
Yeah.
Please.
Or here, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless we just do it.
We can play it out. Yeah.
Macris and Dante both spent the night with their respective liaisons. Sky and Macris decided to wait and see how things went before applying labels to their relationship. Apotheosis started work on her siblings' gatherings for the departed. This left Macris and Dante to look into the links between Project Twilight, Clamata, and the megacorporation Pentex. While using Sight from Beyond, the Theurge encountered a spirit who looked similar to Spider. After some explanation of the triad, the spirit suggested that it would be possible for Dante to dance the spiral in order to better understand the enemy. Dante resisted, giving Macris enough time to gather other Guru downstream. They ventured into the Umbra and destroyed the offending worm thing.
Worm thing.
Warm thing. Warm thing.
Worm thing.
Blanket.
Blanket.
Reference. I get.
No, I don't know. Just a warm thing.
Just walk without rhythm.
I don't know how. I don't know how.
No matter who Scott's
if you're-
playing, he must dance.
Well, in that case, he's dancing a spiral and motherfucker's becoming a BSD.
There you
No,
go.
it's-
But if you walk without rhythm, it won't attract the worm. Sounds like someone needs to watch Dunk.
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 Part 2. Dunk.
I see. Oh, I see.
Dunk.
I now it is all coming together.
Scott,
Yes.
when it comes to you, it's always coming together.
Holy shit! The full circle pre-show. I actually can't believe it. The Mad Lads have done it. We are all the Mad Lads. Just I just want to be clear in chat. You missed it. He said the same thing earlier, Eric, and it was good. It was really good.
We got the green card. Everything's fine.
I just so reacted. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay. John, no! He's freaking out.
Any questions?
The only question is a shithead question, which is, so
Good
you
to
know
preface, good to
how
preface.
they used to like teach people how to like ballroom dance, and you would have like the pieces of paper on the ground with the steps marked out?
Yeah.
So what do you think it looks like when a BSD provides that as an instruction manual to somebody? Is it literally just a spiral?
No, they have to print it out, but they print it out on like super expensive paper
Fantastic.
and like using a really inefficient printing method.
Oh.
Like,
So wasteful.
Yeah, we have to tear off the paper, but it's like a really, it's like the cardstock equivalent.
Oh.
Nice. Okay, thank you.
Because I do have an image of someone
missed
dancing
it.
a cha-cha in a spiral. That's all I'm like. That's what I'm picturing now. I understand it's like in the game, it's bad, and I understand this, people. But
so let me understand this. Scott thinks that to become a black spiral
No,
dancer, you literally have to do the cha-cha, but around and
It's
around.
spiral,
Yeah.
And once you hit the center, you become what?
Yeah.
So it's more like, I love the worm. Cha cha cha. Let's go to worm. Cha cha cha.
Yeah. So I want to be very clear. I don't believe this either out of game or in game. I thought it was a funny image. However, I will say, however, there were a number of characters. Not a number. There was at least one NPC in the game last time that was like, you could dance it just to see.
Yeah.
Just to see if you could come back. See if you can undance it.
Yeah.
So your
Yeah.
assumption is that in order to join the Black Spiral Dancers, it's always done in 4/4 time?
Correct.
Yeah. Pirate
most
would be an
regular time.
exceptional spiral dancer.
Fire. No, he was a hero. Kind of.
Spirals?
Spires.
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 Shit.
Slay the spires. Shing!
I'm ready.
And by shing, I mean bat.
So I have a question.
Bonk.
Will you play Slay the Spire right when it comes out, when it's still
Oh,
in early
Slay the
access,
Spire too.
or will you wait until the game enters version 1.0?
As someone who played Hades 2 when it was in early access, I played enough of it that I went, this is really good, and I don't want to feel bad when I return to it when it's fully out. So I stopped playing to sort of give myself more of a buffer before playing it again. So I'm going to try to wait for version 1. I'm going to see if it works.
For those of you who are fans of Obra Dinn, by the way, the root trees are dead is fucking great. I've been playing it obsessively.
I told these guys, and then I
2
told
days.
you, and Liz was like, "Oh yeah, sure."
I
I could try."
blazed
Oh my
through
god!
that fucking. Oh my god.
See, I just have it as the trees are dead in my note, and I keep seeing it in like my notes, and I'm like, that's so sad. I know it's something I'm supposed to look up, but it's so sad.
sad.
The
Root
trees
trees.
are dead. The root trees are dead. There we go. Fixed.
Family name. Makes more
Root
sense that way.
trees.
Because we both loved Obra Dinn. And I
Oh
felt
my
like
god.
we would-
Yeah.
Gil is correct. That was definitely left somewhat open-ended in
Yeah.
game, which is a bit scary. I'm not thrilled about it.
It's not a wonderful thing to
It's not ideal.
discover.
I did build a
That
new
said, it was.
PC,
Oh,
and as
So, like,
for running Slay the Spire.
Yeah.
Running Slay the-
yeah, great.
for Slay the
yeah, you gotta build a new
The thing
PC
is
for
that my previous PCs have been named after characters.
Yes, that's
So-
right. Sorry.
To give you an idea, I've had PCs named Zister
Mm.
and Kyoko. The file server that exists here is Yorick. That's a deep cut.
Yeah, I remember yours.
The stream computer that we're running on right now is
Patches? No, my computer is
I'm
Patches.
righteous.
Gerald!
Gerald.
Gerald! I forgot.
An age thing.
my new computer when it prompted me for a
Sorry,
name.
bird.
The bird.
My new computer is Apotheos.
I knew it would be Apotheosis.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's a good name for a computer.
It's a great name for a Slay the Spire card.
Oh yeah. By stark
Best card.
contrast, Liz was naming her computers after Disney characters.
Yeah, there's
So I
the
also,
Beast.
Gaston.
Gaston. That's the one, not the Beast. Gaston was.
and then I similarly was like, oh, I like Aladdin a lot, so my PC is named Jafar. And then a laptop I recently got, I was like, well, it's gonna be Magic Carpet. So my laptop is named Magic Carpet.
so cute.
It's
Not Iago.
No, absolutely not. It's just because
Not even Raja.
No.
The magic
You named it
carpet.
after carpet.
Carpet, yeah. And then I can
it's a flat
swing it like a
thing.
frisbee. Yeah, I won't.
Do not recommend.
Do not recommend that. It's not. Yeah, it wasn't cheap.
Citrus roots. Lime, lemon, orange,
Fruit.
tangerine, mandarin, pomelo,
But Kyoko's still
limoncello.
able to run.
Chugging along.
We'll see. Kyoko may end up replacing something else.
Probably Daryl.
Anyway. We ready?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Now that we're
Now that we've all of that.
And now we've gotten all that admin out of the way.
What the fuck?
we roleplay often to experience things that we haven't experienced. Sometimes because we haven't experienced it yet. Sometimes it's because we don't want to experience it in real life, but we still want to play with the experience of it. And sometimes people roleplay to work through their traumas. This is a thing. I've spoken about it at length. And it can be liberating. It can also be difficult. And the real problem with it, though, is that when you do such a thing, you put the other players at risk. Because if you are bringing forward your own traumas into a game, while it might help you process them if you are not careful, then you can end up burdening everybody else with your emotional damage, as it were. Today, you are going to likely encounter a character who deals in trauma, which means that I'm urging the three of you to keep your safety cards close at hand. I will do the same. This is not because I anticipate that the traumas that this character will speak about are ones that you have suffered, but it is a reminder that this is a safe space that you can use to bring forward things that you may have never experienced, things that you have, as long as we're all conscious of the idea that at any point we can stop it. That being said, don't forget, the point of this is to have fun. I intend to. I hope the three of you will do the same. And that it is all right to have fun even while dealing with sensitive topics, so long as we're conscientious of it. Speaking of being conscientious of things, in Downstream, after everybody has emerged from the gauntlet, having been taken into and then returning from the Umbra, now with perhaps 80% more viscera on your various bits, a text message was sent before you left. Do you want to remind people of what that text message was?
Get to Downstream. Trust no one but me. If they give you trouble, knock them out.
It's no one but me. God damn. I was the least trustworthy person there, so that's actually a fair play.
Dante's dancing. It's weird.
No, he's not.
He's doing the cha-cha.
No. Anyway,
You're gonna smack the waltz right out of your mouth.
What the fuck?
Tamara, who lifts her head up from the couch, where she has just been absolutely splayed out.
nice.
What?
We've got to go.
Okay. Have a good time.
You gonna be here when I get back, or do you have to head back?
Lights up for another 6 hours.
Don't do that. You're gonna make me yours.
Stop it.
Oh, shit. No, we got to rally. We've got to rally.
We'll get ready while you deal what you need to deal with.
Okay. She just leans over to check on Bree.
Bree is scrolling through some kind of social media on her phone and looks up.
Just stepping out. I'll be back.
I heard.
You have your key, so just lock up if you go anywhere.
Yeah. Yep.
Love you both.
Goodbye.
You.
And as you're closing the door, you hear, "Get off the phone," and then "Make me," as the door closes.
Thump.
Friends. Oh shit! Oh my god!
They just beat each other up. Troyan hightails it to her new car, a beige Volvo.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like to think that's one of the things they did while they were all hanging out.
I
Yeah.
drive a Volvo, a beige one.
Oh my god.
God, I kind of hate this car.
Two of the films referenced there are unironically two films that I really enjoy:
Sure.
Which are
Face Off and
And National
Rock,
Treasure
right?
Rock.
to Book of Secrets.
Oh.
Oh, don't like those?
Face Off was just this just ruined it for me.
So the
fucking
one
creepy.
gesture that's really
They did like several times. It was so gross. It makes me like genuinely, physically, internally cringe.
Yeah.
It is true that if I ever try to pass my hand over her face, I think I did it like once after that movie. And I got told
Damn.
I was under no circumstances.
Do not enjoy.
Can I also just double check? We're not touching Liz's reference to National Treasure 2 Book of Secrets, right?
No,
Just
John's just
letting it
very
go?
right
Okay,
over
good.
I haven't seen
Right.
it.
Just
Yeah.
no,
Also-
that's fine.
I haven't,
One of his top.
I haven't seen either National Treasure movies.
Because you are the National Treasure.
Aww.
Dum, 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 dum.
The government of Canada. Volvo is the government.
Apparently it is.
The necessary parties.
I thought that was Subaru.
No, that's not necessarily for angry lesbian. Subaru is just
Super is for practical.
rates super high. Yeah, like they unintentionally became the go-to vehicle.
Ding ding ding.
Cornering market. Capitalism.
It's working.
I need a new sound effect. I need the reading rainbow.
That's definitely one of my favorite sounds.
Yeah.
You don't like our own interpretation of it, which is just.
I mean, I do. but-
No more than he likes our versions of like trumpets or foghorns or whatever.
Flower of August just absolutely
I know. Roasted.
fucking
What the hell, dude?
ripped into me here.
Are you? How dare you insult Jeb's fancy jewels? They're so fancy. Dun, 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 dun.
Now I'm not sure what.
The government of Canada has insured Jeff's balls.
But
Didn't want to discuss it on stream. Bud. Okay, sorry. I need to. Oh god. Oh my god.
Flower of August, your
Oh my
and
god!
that is a
from
fucking
the
roller coaster.
British Special Air Service.
Yeah. Yes.
BSS?
So Woodwood died because of Hot Girl.
I don't know if it's a cursed car or.
See, this is why I don't drive.
Yeah. There you go. Boom.
Because there are too many hot
Yeah.
people.
We're in
Just
Montreal.
everywhere.
Everyone's fucking hot.
Yeah.
Confirm.
Even in winter.
Yeah.
And confirm.
There was a TikTok of someone
I
today
said-
who was like, I don't understand. I'm out of province, and when I'm here, I'm like dressing very strategically, and I'm fucking freezing. And yet y'all are out in your thrifted jean jackets, and like, is it the sleigh that keeps you warm? That's very funny.
None of us are, but yes. Fair.
Right.
This is why I can't drive with any of you.
Because we're too hot.
Yeah,
But we're inside the car.
that would mean that I'd have to turn my head away from the road.
That's true.
It's actually why I force you to sit in the back. Then I can at least glance at you in the rearview mirror.
You put me right next to your blind spot so you can be like, oh, nice. Yeah. And
Could you stick your head out the window for a second? Thanks.
Good. Thonk.
Honk.
Thonk. God, sorry. Okay, Troyan's in the Volvo.
A beige one.
Yeah. She's listening to Bully.
I still want to.
It's a concert Jessica and I recently went to.
Oh, lovely. Thank you.
When you make it to downstream, this would be about 30 seconds after you return.
Oh, damn. Nice.
We're going to just say.
Yeah.
Great.
Perfect.
Timing.
You see Apotheosis, Packet Loss, any percent, Macros. That was...
To the moon?
no, To the Moon did not go in.
The end, I think Apotheosis said they were gonna stay.
That was
Yeah, Apotheosis said she was gonna stay.
the moon
everyone
got
else
two
Oh,
candles,
then
I
To the
think.
Moon went, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Apotheosis is still there.
Yeah.
Apotheosis,
Had her hands close to your neck.
I did
yeah.
or Dante grabbed Apotheosis's hands.
And Troyan comes in. Does
So
the
you
door
can
survive?
see this, I think you can basically... Does the door survive?
It does. She
Roll to
turns.
see if the door survives.
She turns the handle very aggressively. What should I roll?
Also, we should check. You can recover
Oh, nice.
your willpower.
Whip.
Yeah, willpower, yes.
No, your physical stuff you'll stay the same, but your willpower.
Okay. Can I stay at 4 rage, which is what I'm at currently?
Yeah, I didn't say anything about your age.
No, you did not.
Would it be strength brawl, good sir?
No, this is your composure and composure brawl.
All right.
a brawl?
Successes.
Yeah, you're fine. The door survives.
So she's like barreling up
open it
to
with
it and
one
like
little-
hammers it once and then goes. Where's Macros?
Well, you see Apotheosis with her hands around, not choking, but definitely with her hands quite close to Dante's neck,
Yeah.
who has reached up and grabbed her wrists.
Yeah.
I should point out that her hands are as I am doing
Okay.
it, so not crushing your trachea,
No, but
but on the sides of your neck.
we both know what she was instructed to do,
Yeah.
quote unquote, and we both know that. At any rate,
How do we both know?
that it wasn't 5 minutes, and we're looking into each other's eyes with that knowledge, and I think we know that. Okay, thank you very much.
But if Troy had just arrived after he received this text message while she was on the island, do you think it takes 5 minutes to get to
Good point. Good point.
Hill Sensible?
Fair play.
Yeah.
Depends
I'm
on
nothing
where
if
your
not
foot is.
fair play, motherfucker.
So what you're
Knock
saying
all up
is
in this.
there maybe isn't a thought that she was actually killing you? Early?
Not killing,
I'm
just
still-
knocking out.
I'm still
Choosing
suspicious. Dante is suspicious in this moment.
Troyan runs over and aims to grab Apotheosis and haul her off of Dante.
Are you doing anything about this, either of you?
No.
Karen, it's okay. We're back. We killed the spiral thing. It was a spirit that was in Dante's head, or that Dante spoke to. It's dead.
Yeah, they're Gil and DJ, you're both correct. I'm fudging time.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm not saying that. I just want her to show up.
Oh no, for sure.
You also had to go through the whole ritual of getting into the island.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna say that the time delay was the ritual, and not.
So you do bowl her over.
Well, if Macros calls that, then maybe she stops, but her hands are on Apotheosis' shoulders.
I mean, so now Dante
Nice.
has her by the wrist.
Yeah.
Troyan has her by the shoulders.
Yeah.
Macros is, I assuming, not getting in on this
No.
hot action.
No,
Wow. Incredible.
no.
Not actually.
She just participated in some bad spirit killing action.
Yeah, the best kind.
What?
Okay,
I'll
Dante?
release the wrists.
can explain better, but he went sideways and talked to a spirit who seemed to be fine, and then started telling him to dance the spiral. So I had to knock him out. And then Apotheosis was gonna stay out and knock him out again if he got spirally, which she didn't. And we all went in and killed the thing. And we just got back. Does that make any sense?
Sure, I guess. And she steps back because Macros had
Don't
said
elaborate.
trust no one but her.
So I'm not, like,
So everything is okay, or is anything about to come into this realm and try to kill us?
Nothing is about to come into this place and try to kill us.
And you almost danced the spiral, but
No, I did not. Unreal. No, I did not. There was a creature that was taking on a different guise, and it was tempting me.
What did
to
it
do
look
so.
like?
Looked like a spider. Who I was speaking to try to understand more about this place. More about our situation, where to go, what to do.
Okay, did you get any intel?
Yes, I did try, and I'm also fucking pissed. So you'll excuse me for not being in the right mind to give you that information right now.
Why are you pissed, Dante?
He looks around. Everyone in the room was party to the stuff that happened last session except Troyan.
Yeah.
So there's like a sense of, fuck, are we like, am I really gonna start opening this goddamn can of worms again?
Is this something I need to worry about?
That's a good question, actually.
Any percent looks up. Nope. No more than me.
Why are you in the middle of this now?
We were all here. We decided to help.
Okay, so you mean in terms of you almost dancing the spiral? And him almost dancing the spiral?
He didn't almost dance the spiral. He was given an offer.
The same
Didn't.
one. The same one, or something similar that was extended to others here.
There's only one of us who ever did. He's dead. You killed him.
I did.
So no, there's nothing to worry about. I'm just on edge because it was so fucking close to this place. And to me.
Sorry for pulling the alarm, but it was pretty fucking alarming.
How long was I out? Sorry to laugh. How long was I out? Before. The first time.
Like half an hour? Is that
Like
correct?
20 minutes, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Look. I've been there. It's gonna offer... I guess it's dead now.
Mm.
It offers
saw
it to
it?
me a couple of times. Every time it didn't offer directly. It always gave a roundabout reasoning. Saying I could understand.
Knowledge, yeah.
Not to join them. To fight them.
Yeah, how can you fight an enemy you don't really know?
I get it. I get it.
Is there a concern that it can impersonate other spirits?
It's dead.
Could there be more?
Of course there are
Probably,
more.
yeah.
But
We have to be on our guard.
Yeah, well, if someone's looking sideways and says the worm is necessary, knock them out.
there's like
Yeah.
an uncomfortable sort of like ugh.
He literally whispered that while he was looking sideways for like way too long.
That is fucking terrifying.
You know, you knock someone out by accident, my bad. You punch each other a little and you get over it.
the
Yes, the worm in the wild and the weaver are all necessary. They all work in balance, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I understand, but like...
there's
Context
a
matter
moment
here.
there's a moment there I'll point out to you. She basically described your religion and was like yada yada
Yada yada yada and yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, fair.
Yeah, but it's being like, you know, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Like, yeah, the Holy Ghost is necessary.
Sure.
But if someone says, like, the Holy Ghost should, like, you should bow to the Holy Ghost morning, noon, and night or something, you'd maybe be a little concerned about, like, what proselytizer they've been listening to or something.
No, fair.
So,
Good
yeah,
analogy.
sort of. Anyway.
I think as long as downstream exists, and as long as downstream seeks to pursue the knowledge to fight the worm, and to avert or solve the crises in the world, we're going to keep attracting things that will tempt us with more knowledge. It's inevitable.
To the moon, it's their head. Everybody's just on edge. Of course we are. You come barreling in here. You're saying to not trust anybody. You're getting approached by things.
Oh, so it's our fault.
No. I'm just as fucked up.
Are you
We're all
okay?
just as fucked up. No, I don't think anybody's okay. I think that's the point. I just don't know what to do about it. These days, the only thing that makes me feel alive is drinking the tears of teched out brat bros who have decided that they don't need to work because they can just ride a rocket ship with diamond hands.
I really hope that's a metaphor, because that is disgusting otherwise. The tears, I mean, just don't drink tears. It's gross.
Oh.
I think I know the first step, at least. I may have seen a lot of stuff in there, but I know I saw some of the truth as well.
Any percent bows his head. That's the problem. There's always some truth to it.
We have to start back where this all really began. Back on the mountain. I have concrete steps to take, but I think there's someone there we need to meet.
Yeah.
Someone who's come to the city
Yeah.
to do what you're talking about to the moon. To heal.
No thanks.
No thanks, what? No thanks, I don't want to meet another guru and talk to them? What the
That's
fuck?
fine.
I have no
We-
idea who this person is.
Like to be welcoming to this person, so you can stay.
I have a little bit less trust to hand out than I once did.
Yeah, I get that.
Fuck this. And to the moon just...
Wait, to the moon, how did you end up in there? She means like the looking sideways, the being trapped thing.
Dante looked sideways, got stuck looking sideways.
Wasn't to the moon also in there?
Yeah,
Or
got,
Oh,
yeah,
right,
got like
okay. Right,
taken
right.
somehow
Yeah.
Right.
into that world. Yeah,
Yes,
by the
I
creature.
completely-
So I may have
Yeah.
just jumped meta knowledge.
No,
based
that's
on what
okay.
you said, but
no, maybe he did. He would have, let's say he relayed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
how did it get you?
It's visited all of us.
Yeah, but you got stuck. We need to know how.
I thought it was a dream. Originally, I thought it was a dream. I would fall asleep, and I would meet with Spider. Spider would tell me things. And I thought that this was a way that a spirit could communicate with me. And then at one point, it started going bad, and I thought I was just having nightmares. Now you're saying that it actually happened for real. So fuck this.
Okay. So is it safe to say that if anyone has any dreams where a spirit is visiting them, especially if it happens more than once, be a good idea to share?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Because they're choosing other angles to approach us now.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Could I use some? And To the Moon just stalks away. Any percent. I'll go talk to them. There's a moment where he like looks at Macros, and Macros is
Macros nods.
yep, and then like, oh, I guess that's what I'm getting right now, and then he turns and he goes after her, or no, not after Macros, after To the Moon. Right. So yeah, goes after them, goes
Yeah.
in the back.
I'm not gonna stop him. Macros turns to Troy and lowers her voice. As part of punishment for all the shit that happens. Guys being visited by Stag in her dreams.
That would be
I'll warn her.
that would be an opening that someone could
I'll warn
take
her.
advantage of. Okay. Try and maybe make some connections out of this. Maybe doesn't say anymore. She doesn't.
Macros pulls out her phone and texts Guy.
What is?
Uh,
I'm going to assume the text is lottery numbers, unless you tell me otherwise.
Oh, nice.
no.
14, 16, 20. All right.
Smoke starts coalescing in her.
Oh,
We should talk about your dreams before tonight. We're probably headed to Weather Storm soon. Later soon. Soonish.
Soonish.
I don't know, something like that. Yeah.
You'll get a response.
Yeah.
See you soon.
Thumbs up.
While Macros is briefly filling in Troyan, Dante takes a step forward towards Apotheosis. He's like a little more. He's trying to avoid just like vibrating with the rage and pain and fear that he was feeling just a few seconds ago. Really, are you okay?
I appreciate it. Yes. Why are you worried about me?
I worry about you. I worry about people. I worry about all of us.
You're on edge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bleed it off. I'm not insulted. But don't blame me for doing what I was going to do.
I don't.
Definitely in her face, there's like, I don't believe you.
Okay. This is a good basis for a relationship, I think.
Healthy.
Yeah.
There's
Great relationships in this
oh yeah.
campaign.
I love it. I love it so much.
Definitely capital B. Someone's come to the mountain to weather the storm, either at the request of Sky or something like that. We're going to meet them probably pretty soon.
Okay.
If you're not already in contact with Sky, I imagine she'll want to arrange some sort of, I don't know, sept visit, maybe a moot. Who knows what the Sky wants?
We'll see.
Yeah. Sorry, I know you got a lot on your mind.
Yeah. The pause is pregante.
Yeah, oh yeah, oh. Trigger that. Great.
I'll see if To the Moon is alright. She turns and goes, leaving now Packet Loss, who is there.
Yep. Did some great killing.
Such a badass.
He's such a badass.
Happens everywhere.
Seen much of it?
Everywhere I go. You don't live a permanent war without taking on wounds.
Still, we're glad you're here.
Of course. Someone has to be the attractive one.
Rude.
And there's just his slightly too loud laughter.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should shift.
Yeah. Is it like daytime?
Yeah.
I feel like it's daytime.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't
Close
just run
enough.
around out on the island. That was maybe what Dante was going to go do. But it seems like it's daytime.
You're hurt. You could shift it.
Yeah, shift.
Yeah,
rage
yeah,
on.
yeah, for sure. No, I was thinking about rage as well.
He's got the
Well,
rage
you'll
to
blow it
spare.
all healing. Probably. You probably don't have the luck I have with my regen and my
That
rage
is fair.
rolls. I just assume I'm always gonna lose them. So yeah, I'm still in Glabro, by the way. For now, we'll see.
You'll feel better.
Dante walks away from the group, not out of any sense of like embarrassment or whatever, but just like we don't need to make a, he doesn't need to make a production out of it.
No.
And then I will shift to Glabro and start
Okay. Go ahead.
healing, I guess.
I'm just
mean,
gonna
also,
say
like,
I'm gonna reduce your rage to 2, and
Okay.
I'm gonna have you heal all your stuff.
Oh, sweet, thanks.
I'm
seems-
gonna rage check to heal.
Yes.
Speedy.
Shoop, shoop. Wrong one.
Wrong way.
There we go.
There you go.
Back to
There's a nod of like,
Nice. And a return to
just gonna fix
human.
that.
Oh, man, thank you.
Background.
it's clear that you value the right things.
Thank you.
I wasn't here like they were. I may have joined this sept, but I still have the eyes of an outsider.
Is there anything you've noticed that we haven't?
Maybe not. I'll let you know.
Do. We value your opinion.
I appreciate that.
There's so much. I don't know. Oh, sorry. Am I not here? I realize. Sorry, this might be happening while I'm
No,
out.
you're
Okay, I'm back.
You're present.
Okay, good. If you don't mind me jumping into
The
the
werewolf
conversation.
schlong hanging out.
Why? Why am I naked? I don't have to be naked. It's fine.
You're not just naked, you're leak spinning.
Leak
Yep.
spinning.
You're
killing Liz.
You're just
Well, I've got my deed name.
Leak spin.
Leak spin.
But you also had incline shitter. Like, there's a lot of options.
Okay, I can have more than one. Sorry, he was in the middle of saying the packet laws. Just like,
No.
God damn it. So much of the politics and the pain and the hurt in this place all center around this thing, this feeling they all had that clouded them. Now that it's gone, old wounds are resurfacing. people are trying to be better about being together. It's tough.
Doctors break bones that have healed incorrectly.
Yeah. You gotta set it right.
We try. We are not particularly good at it.
Doesn't mean we can't try. As you say.
Good luck.
Ready?
As I'll ever be.
Ready, Macros?
Yeah.
You driving?
The Volvo.
You are now in a beige Volvo.
Nice. Front seat.
Yeah. No, Macros gets shotgun. Dante knows this. It's a thing.
Yeah.
He's riding... He's in the middle.
You could be behind Troyan. but
There's
yeah, you
a
can be in the middle.
vision of Dante dual wielding Uzis out the side if we ever
I
need
love
to.
it. So yeah, he's the center.
Just
my
saying.
God.
I don't have them, but that's my thought. Okay. Exactly, Splooey. 100%. He knows his place. Okay, to the mountain.
Okay, so this is a child of Gaia we're meeting?
From Toronto, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything we're specifically not telling them?
Our deepest secrets.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
They're here to help us heal, although in what way, I don't know.
Do they have an agenda?
I have no idea. I'm not going to instantly trust them like my best friend, that's for damn sure. There's someone who can help us figure things out. Heal the hurt. Whatever the fuck that means.
God damn.
I hope they're great and awesome. And we can make him our new best friend. And he'll solve all our problems.
God damn.
We've been hurt a lot in this
Once
campaign.
bitten, twice shy.
It's true, we haven't had
That's
great
fine.
luck with Children of Gaia.
Great luck with anybody.
Just anyone.
No, but
yeah.
like, really. Pointing out that observation.
Fair play. Fair play. Third time's the charm.
They're the twilights of Werewolf.
That your Volvo's color is actually known as sand dune.
Of course, Dragon gets it.
Yeah. Nice wheels.
Thanks.
You want something a bit showier? He like kind of kicks Troyan's chair, just like a bit petulantly.
She like
No, don't.
she
Fuck
rips
out.
the chair backwards,
My leg.
choosing to endanger all of them rather
Yeah.
than not be petty.
Yeah, meanwhile, Macros is like turning around backwards, looking at him. You got a fucking problem?
No, I don't know. I'm just joking around. No.
If you want cool
Slam.
wheels,
Oh,
get
ow.
your own.
Fine.
With two
You're gonna pull that out of your arm too, you fucking fuck. Oh, you got a little car tattoo.
You definitely can't keep a car in your... A toy car, sure, but you can't keep a car in your
You
body.
wouldn't tattoo a car.
Can't you? I don't know the
I
rules.
think you can. No, because you're carrying the weight of it inside your
Oh.
body. So my understanding is that you can't, because it would be a car in your body.
That's why Dante always has to jerk off with his left hand.
So you can have like an
Too
F1 car, maybe. Like something that's really light. Not F1. Yes, F1. I don't know. The ones with the fiberglass bodies. Anyway,
Oh, maybe.
yeah.
No, it seems pretty wild.
Still pretty heavy.
The little solar cars that are like 80 pounds or whatever.
When you get to the mountain,
Thank God.
or rather, when you get too close to the mountain, as they're still not allowing people to.
Oh, God.
But yeah, lava.
Before we meet the guy, I might run and use the
Yeah.
bathroom because I did not use it before stream, and I have braggarts.
Do you just want to
Yeah.
start a break?
I'm sorry
Yeah.
it's so early.
No, that's okay.
I was like, I don't want to
Just lets
start.
us
I
get
don't want to
through
start
the
the
whole
trauma
scene.
convo
Same.
with a
Big
full
same.
bladder.
Big same.
Who's saying that you're going to be a trauma conversation?
Well, John warned us about it.
Yeah.
He did.
We listen.
I never listened to
John, do you need anything? He needs a bathroom.
There's a lot of things I need.
Oh God. What does that mean? Sorry, you mean what you say. I get
I
it.
want it to mean.
I hope you need me, I guess is what I mean. Yay! Look at that!
A shot of whiskey.
Here she goes.
I can't remember the last time I had a shot of whiskey.
I wish I could be the person to, like, provide that to you. First of all, you haven't asked, which is fine. You don't need to. But, like, I think I've made this very clear. He needs a good BAM from Scoots. BAM is disgusting, Captain Sploon. I think we can all agree. I've been pretty public about it. I quite enjoy whiskey, but I personally enjoy very smooth rye whiskeys, typically Canadian, or often Canadian. But a lot of people look down on them because they lack some of the complexity of flavor of other
like the
scotches.
peaty?
Yeah, the sort of like,
Yeah.
you know.
That's okay. The main reason why somebody looks down on somebody else is their own insecurity. So.
That's very wise. Have you gotten any wisdom lately from the spirits?
I am the spirit.
Oh shit! He can just give himself as much as he wants. Or height. Yes, height is the other reason to look down on people. It's a good shout. Or a step stool.
I have universally noticed that when people criticize my not drinking, and by criticize I don't mean that they're like saying that I'm a bad person, but when they point it out, when they make mention of it or question it, in every single time that it's there, it's because somebody either close up or deep down is like, I feel like you're judging me, or I don't want to judge myself.
Fair play.
So
yep, I agree with that.
Whereas I don't give a fuck. Like
Right?
I really don't. I mean I don't, or rather I don't give a fuck any more than any normal person would. Like I'm not really thrilled with the idea of babysitting a bunch of like blackout drunks, which thankfully that hasn't happened in a very long time. I don't have to worry about
Especially
it.
at our age. Good lord.
But like I keep a lot of alcohol for somebody who doesn't drink, because I like having things here for people to enjoy. But these days you're the one who picks the whiskey that
Comes into the house. It's true. I think that's a really good observation, honestly, because I tend to agree. DJ Quiver has a question about the music, and I'm wondering, Quiv, if you mean this track specifically, because this is the header track from Clinic Hours.
Yeah. This track is called When I Found Your Love by Thomas Skeidelberg.
When I Found Your Love, that's nice. But yeah, all the... Oh, shit! Oh, hi, Kung Fu Fenris. It's okay, Kung Fu Fenris. Everything is okay. We have been playing for an hour, but it's okay. Maybe half an hour.
We played for like 40 minutes.
We really did. Also, hi. But yeah, in terms of the tracks, I'm trying to... I feel like they're sourced from a variety of places, right? It's not like we have
A lot of them are Epidemic.
Okay, yeah.
And a bunch of them for us are pulled from video games. In the Werewolf soundtracks, you will find Death's Door, Tunic, Firewatch, Subnautica.
Subnautica, yeah, that's the one. Panda Watch.
If you would like to step away.
No, I'm good.
You sure?
I didn't anticipate that you'd need to take work so early.
Sorry. It was totally my fault. I wasn't
No, I
expecting
was right
to
there.
cut my hand on the Kraken.
Which sounds like a euphemism, but it's really not.
You good, Scott?
Incompetent. Yeah, okay, yeah, thank you.
No.
Incompetech. Incompetech is they do royalty-free music, but no, it's Africa. Not on this stream anyway. But yeah, I don't know. It might. Perhaps one day we'll, create a list of things and put them out there. But
It's a common enough question. In our original streams, we actually showed the track name. We don't do that anymore. It's kind of distracting.
yeah. I will say though, Penris, and I'm very happy to relink them on the Discord. We did do character playlists as like a tease for our characters for Werewolf before we revealed them as like what auspice do you think they are based on this? And like people were pretty good. Pretty good.
accurate.
Good guesses. So I certainly still have my
Yeah.
playlist as a Spotify.
I listen to mine all the time.
I often
It's so good.
I like my playlist.
Oh, are they?
Proud
Oh,
of
thanks,
them,
Erica.
yeah.
Then there you go. There you go. That's something I didn't realize.
Rather than the chords of distance. Thank you,
Sure.
everyone.
I think I've only ever shared 2 playlists, and they were not involved in a role-playing game.
Are they the ones that perhaps I think they are?
They are named Betrayal and Awakening.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Betrayal. It's my favorite. It's my fucking favorite.
Oh boy.
I will give you, just while we're closing out this particular one, Betrayal includes such tracks as Nine Inch Nails' Hurt,
Classic.
Classic.
Fleetwood Mac's Landslide, Mumford & Sons' Little Lion Man, Soundgarden's Black Hole Sun,
Don't you go.
and Julie's Brand New Bitch. Whereas Awakening
Feels up
includes
great.
such tracks as Foo Fighters' Everlong, Secret Garden's The Promise, Allegria from Cirque du Soleil,
Allegria.
And my personal favorite from the playlist. What does the fox say?
Yeah.
Oh, this is the Fox. It's on there.
Yes.
So awoke. So
Well,
awakened.
it's the source of the awakening.
Right. Yes, of course.
But this last one,
Ooh.
that's the end of Awakening.
Huh.
At any rate, are we ready to get back into
Yes,
this?
thank you very much. Bladder thanks you.
My beloved, thanks you. Hot damn. Great song. Damn. If you haven't heard this track, go listen to it. Fall out. Okay.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I do believe I'm the one who introduced that to the group.
Yes, you did. Yeah. Well, to me
yeah.
anyway. Certainly. Thank you.
Want to buy my Wazer wife? When you make it to the mountain, I assume that you park and, like sneak in because you have to, but sneaking in is not terrifically hard. There's not a lot of people who are interested in sneaking onto a mountain that is still an environmental hazard.
Sure.
But remember that also the cairn has its own kind of protective security around it, so people turn a blind eye towards it. It's a lot easier to get there if you're just trying to evade normal humans who are attempting to keep people away. But out on the Bond today, whereas you would normally be running into Juan, today you actually run into Brandon.
Huh.
Now, Brandon's a little wary when the three of you
Sure.
show up. He's definitely a little wary of you, Dante, in that he still has a weird feelings about what happened
Yeah, that's fair.
endless night.
Yeah.
You picked a time.
Is something particularly happening?
Yeah, people are here. Sky's got guests and or a
We were-
guest, and I don't.
Juan texted me we were supposed to meet this guest.
I don't know.
What don't you know?
I get weirded out when people show up who I
Same.
don't know.
Same.
He hasn't asked me anything. He hasn't said anything to me except for hello.
Has he particularly excluded you, or is he just focused on like?
No,
fuck
he's
you?
maddeningly patient. Drives me nuts.
Hmm.
But that's my problem, not his.
What's the mood like?
Sky's asked for quiet. Not silence, just quiet.
You can probably do that.
Maybe with that thought.
Slade seems to be in a good mood. No idea. She's still busted up. We're all still busted up.
Of course.
Troy and Winsight. You're also welcome to roll Winsights, but I'm asking Troy specifically.
Does motives play into it?
No.
4 successes.
He genuinely has no idea why Slade seems to be in a good mood and has not linked the two of you together.
Yes.
Secret gift.
You're
We're not ready to be Facebook official yet.
Oh my
But yeah.
god.
You're
remember when
expected.
that was the thing? I guess it's still sort of a thing.
Thanks, Brandon.
Yeah.
We'll leave you to your solo
Moodiness?
pondering.
Is that what they call it these days?
Ew. Ew.
Go. It's fine. I know. I'm just out of sorts.
Any particular reason?
Yeah, the mountain that I live on blew up.
Well, fucking obviously. Sorry.
No, I don't have a particular reason.
Okay.
Just
If shit gets weird, we've tackled one problem. It doesn't mean they're all fixed. So, I don't know. Talk to someone.
or Guru. Shit's always weird. But I
Catch yourself thinking, gosh, that's strange, in amongst all the usual strange. Just,
I have you on speed dial.
I'm flattered.
You should be.
Alright, let's go meet this person quietly.
When you head in, there is a young-looking. Clearly, he's likely older than he appears, just based on his demeanor, his clothing. A sandy-haired man. He is sitting and chatting quietly, so you can't quite hear what he's saying, but just the tone of his voice. Chatting with Sky. He is dressed in a very well-worn flannel shirt, which doesn't look like it belongs to him, and jeans that are ripped in just the right places.
Oh.
Like you know how like it used to be.
Oh,
It still is somewhat fashionable
Yeah.
to wear jeans that are so it's got a few artfully placed rips. It's clear it's not like, oh yeah, I was just in a battle and my jeans are fucked up.
right.
They're intentional. They're fashionable.
Yeah, they're fashionable.
Jeans.
Alongside,
It's like a random spot on the thigh instead of anywhere they'd actually rip.
yeah.
Is he like a dreamboat? Like if this were Changeling and we were asking for appearance?
Oh, you want to know his,
Just idle curiosity.
his appearance is 4.
Oh.
Yes, Macris. Love trapezoid.
Oh.
Oh.
This is just Kate being like, well, they're hot. I guess I better take a half second.
When you get close, though, it is also apparent that he is missing one arm. He only has a left arm.
Obligatory. The fugitive reference goes here.
I was
and I'll try to get past it.
check. Let's get naked.
Oh.
We'll do this as well.
Dante immediately takes off his pants.
Come on, buddy. That's how we do things here. It's not. We're not doing any of that. Sorry.
You know what? I'm gonna pivot.
Oh.
One leg.
Ah.
He's only got one leg.
Just to get away from all of our bullshit. Fair.
Yes.
Absolutely fair. and
As
valid.
though that will save you.
There's an awful lot of bullshit on this side of the.
Well,
So much
you know,
bullshit.
that time for Planet Terror, I believe the film was.
Oh.
Replace your leg with a gun.
Oh, sick.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sky looks up, making a conscientious effort to make sure that when she looks up, she looks at Troyan or Dante first.
Yes.
Nice.
Hello. Thanks for coming. I know that you're busy. I wanted to introduce Edward here. He humbly sort of nods and then looks up at you, and there's a certain wryness to his smile. Sorry. I know that this isn't the best of circumstances to meet, but I appreciate you coming all the same. He stands up. He's got a prosthetic leg, so this is not too difficult for him, and extends a hand.
Tryon takes it.
Yeah.
Tryon.
I'm Edward Smythe.
Mythe.
Oh, right. You said you were making a button. Yeah.
Sees how things run. What a great deep name.
He shakes each of your hands in turn. He does introduce himself, and he does mention at the end, welcome to Call Me Sees How They Run, but I'm used to Edward. Ed, if you're feeling particularly friendly, it takes some time for me to get used to being called Ed.
We're happy that you're here. You, I'm sure, can not only have heard, but have seen the devastation for yourself.
I'll be honest. It's a difficult time. I'm impressed by the resiliency that I see here.
It was a long fight, and it was an even longer battle, but
It's not what I'm talking about.
Macris is like listening, but sort of pacing around the campfire, like idly turning over some like sticks or rocks with her feet or whatever.
Oh, look, bugs!
Yeah. Not like crouched down, but like walking around, not giving him all our focus.
I've not seen such a concerted effort at psychological warfare as I've seen here in quite some time.
Are you an expert in that sort of thing?
Sky says, I'll be right. I'll leave you to talk. I won't be far. And when she goes, she remains in sight.
Okay.
So she's headed up she's headed slightly uphill, so you can still see her, but she is definitely trying to get away from eavesdropping distance.
and there's no one else, hey, in this right here. Okay.
Yeah.
Tryon had looked for Slade, not wanting to. It just happened.
Not immediately apparent.
Fair enough.
Check her tree. Check her tree. Not a euphemism.
Oh.
All right. Get her later.
Not a euphemism. Gross.
I've been described as someone who deals with this sort of thing. It's the way that I've managed to find myself fighting for God.
An honorable pursuit.
Once upon a time, it was glory for me. Those days are largely past.
Would you tell us a bit about yourself then?
Certainly. Could I offer you something to eat? Drink? I brought some things with me. And
He's like, like
Trion's
did
immediately
you?
thinking proper British tea.
Oh
So she
shit!
kind of goes.
Oh thank God! Someone amongst these fellows.
I've been drinking nothing but bourbon for months.
Okay,
Oh, God.
I got a decent cup of tea around the fucking country. I'm kidding, by the way.
Oh, that was...
so
I was twine.
he has brought tea. He also has some very like British snacks that are
Hell yeah.
not like Weetabix.
Oh my God!
Fucking grew up with Weetabix.
I didn't realize that most of this stuff was already here. But at the same time, I do think better when I've got something like this.
Sure, yeah.
For some reason, I thought you were from Toronto.
It's where I spend most of my time, yes.
Okay.
Troy immediately sets about preparing herself a nice cup of tea.
I do spend most of my time at Toronto. We run a shelter there, mostly for youth who have run away for one reason or another, just in an attempt to try to get them back on their feet, return them not necessarily back to their homes, but to where they can feel safest. But I travel from time to time. It's the reason why I have the team name Sees How They Run. I was involved in a battle. It was a bit further south in the United States, Detroit. It was in defense of a cairn that was undergoing a rite of cairn building. It's where I met Hannah York.
How'd that go?
She's the sort of person who is wonderful to talk about and then slightly creepy when you're with her.
Did it succeed?
Yes, it did. But at a high cost. And he looks down somewhat self-consciously at his leg.
And you weren't able to regenerate it.
No. The cairn was assaulted by spirits, which most of us were able to take care of. However, there was some silver involved when other, more hostile Guru came to attempt to take the cairn from us.
Spirals.
No.
Who?
Another sept who believed that they knew better and that they could take better care of the cairn itself. One of them was carrying silver. I tried to stop him. I did the best I could. He got the better of one part, but because there were too many others who were involved in too many other fights, I was left alone. And this happened.
I'm gonna try and spit. Warriors
all
of
dead.
Gaia using silver against other warriors of Gaia is a particularly distasteful thing to me.
Then I imagine we'll get along famously.
Imagine so.
They're all gone.
Good.
We decided that for their hubris, they should be at least tried. 201, they all elected to die.
Checks out.
Idiocy.
Cowardice.
Idiocy on a lot of ways. But since then, I've been leaning more towards what my tribe is somewhat good at. I'm led to believe that you've had some encounters with former members of my tribe.
We have, yeah. Specifically, there was one who had infiltrated this sept, made herself useful, valued, and worked against the interests of everyone involved. It's only by our efforts that we were able to get to her before she did more damage.
Sky told me that you're responsible for her elimination.
One of us more
Team
than others.
effort.
Oh, that's cute, you two.
You.
Is it inappropriate to offer a gift basket in times like this? Probably. Never mind.
A basket to who? To us?
You're doing a good job.
Trey's like, is this a British thing? I don't know about.
Sounds like hosting gifts are very common, but murder gifts less so. Less. Not.
None.
How aware are you of the children of Gaia?
My prime example turned out to be a fraud, so.
Two of them. Right?
Yeah. Well, the second
We didn't know him
we
very
didn't know
fucking
for
long.
sure.
Right. We met two of them and they lied to our faces and tried to kill us. Both.
My understanding is that the tribe values discovery, knowledge, and perhaps even a certain conscientiousness on behalf of other Guru.
We seek out to understand. There's many ways in which we can do this, but for me, what I've learned is that I try to understand those who have been hurt. My position here is not to fix. It isn't to heal. It's to offer. In cultures like our own, warrior cultures are not often based on self-actualization, therapy. We're seen as soldiers, and eventually soldiers die. They succumb to their wounds on the battlefield, or outside them. I do what I can to make sure that that doesn't happen, but I can't force anything on anyone, and I won't. Which is a promise that I made to myself, and I hold it quite dear. And so, you cannot force me to help anyone, if that was your intent, though I don't believe it was. You don't seem the type.
You came to us.
I wanted to meet with you because, as I understand it, you're responsible for lifting this curse?
Group effort.
A sense of complacency, shall we say. And yes, we managed to convince an elder guru the power to do it, and perhaps not the understanding that he could.
Yes. Cleaves the lie.
So you've heard of him.
This guy's filled me in on some of the details.
Have you met him yet?
No. As I said, I won't help someone who doesn't come to me. I imagine he's in danger of Harano. That's pretty easy to see. It's not the only wound he carries. He's a member of a tribe that left. And while the nation doesn't exactly exist as it once did, it still would lead him to feel as an outsider. To the point where he changed his entire identity in order to remain. One doesn't do that without reason.
This tribe that left.
Yes, the Stargazers.
Have you sought to understand them?
It's one of my greatest wishes.
So you haven't met with any?
They have not come to me.
Okay, but you came here.
Yes, at Sky's request. I asked to meet you because I had questions, not because I'm here to solve your traumas. That's up to you.
What kind of questions?
I wanted to know more about how you discovered this complacency. How you came to understand that it was here.
Well, we're three very impatient people, and
As does our abundance of patience, even in things that were extremely infuriating.
yeah, we were angry that we were the only ones who were angry.
The royal we.
Yeah.
Our rage is a double-edged sword. I'm glad to see that you found use for it.
There were several other elements that led us to an exact diagnosis is the wrong word, but
Good enough.
to an understanding exactly. The spirits that had also become entangled in the complacency, if not affected directly by it, were able to communicate some part of it. I, for a long time, thought the Stargazers were at the heart of the curse. Because the sign... Well, I misinterpreted it.
That's understandable. The Stargazers don't exactly let everyone know what they're thinking or
Right.
what they're doing.
But the spirits were able to, in a way, direct us to the truth.
Yeah.
And once we had, to a certain extent, figured out what the problem was, finding a solution was more difficult. It's famously quite difficult to crack into someone's mind and remove a problem without causing too much damage.
It is a gift that we have access to. It's true, we can't extract a problem, but we can find out what it is. There was a child of Gaia here, but as this one was... he seems like there's a flash of incandescent rage in his eyes for a moment, and then he takes a breath and he tries to clear it away.
Trine's thrilled to see that.
A traitor. Yep.
I'd like to roll insight on that.
Oh yes, please.
Because I hope it's good.
Oh, as opposed to, like,
she got caught. Yeah.
Oh, as opposed to like,
You're a shitty child of Gaia.
I have to roll against this.
Cool.
Chris.
I have to make sure I have the right amount.
Yeah.
Rage dice. There we go.
3 successes.
Okay. Well, that beats my 2. The idea that a child of Gaia would dance the spiral seems personal to him, and he despises it. He almost feels responsible, even though it's impossible for him to have. It's not. He wasn't even here. Like it's not his fault. But at the same time, like it cuts a little too close to home for him, and he. Actually, that's about as much as you can get on it. That's exactly
Fair, yeah.
I don't want to spill his entire backstory. Like, she should have helped. She was not in a position to do so because she was part of the problem. I might have been able to discover it sooner. But again, someone has to come to me, and part of the problem was that they weren't interested in getting better.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't realize anything was wrong.
As you said, it feels like very advanced psychological warfare. This isn't something you just try to throw onto someone to see if it'll work. This is a targeted attack in an attempt to gain access to something, to resources.
There's more to it than that. There's been consistent attempts to undermine trust in each other here. Insinuations that there are other traitors amongst you. Made even more damaging because at least once they were correct. The idea that you have been visited, that spirals have claimed that others have had membership, when there's no proof. But it's enough to make one cast eyes. It's insidious. It's devastating.
And how are we to fight alongside each other when we can't necessarily trust each other? How are we to revel in this place? How are we to find joy and celebrate Gaia when we can't even trust that everyone here has the defense of Gaia as a goal?
You're right.
That's a good question.
We're not celebrants of Gaia, we're warriors of Gaia. And anyone who fights against us and not beside us needs to be destroyed.
The difficulty is when you don't know who stands beside you.
Well, in our experience, people get one chance. A few exceptions. Never. Ryan's choice.
He's interested in that,
Yeah.
but like doesn't pursue it.
Okay. Right, because we have to go to him. Perfect.
Excellent.
Excellent. Good.
I discovered a traitor in Detroit who was responsible for letting other Guru know when we would be at our most vulnerable. That one's still alive.
Oh,
You let it live.
Where?
Jesus Christ. Where? Give me the exact coordinates.
He thought he was doing the right thing. He believed that this was the only way for the cairn to revert to safe hands.
And you challenge the leader.
Yes. Amongst us, that's what I would have assumed.
Inglorious cowardice.
The only reason he isn't dead is because I can't kill him.
Can't or won't?
Are you looking for volunteers?
I can't. He's very strong. To challenge him physically, I would lose.
also your brother, also your child.
I'm missing a leg.
And yet he chose to sell out his own his own sept.
You don't know any other guru that could help.
The leader of that sept elected to forgive him.
You'll pardon my French, but that's fucked.
Yes, why do you think I'm not there? The reality is, as much as I do want to destroy him for what he did, at the moment, our laws say that I should not.
But that's American guru law. And we're in Canada. So
No.
Wait.
The litany exists across. All right. Oh, actually,
Has he begun to contribute to Guru society in a meaningful way?
He suffered a rite of shame.
And has he begun to contribute to Guru society in a meaningful way?
Perhaps, I don't know. I've tried my very best to steer clear of it. Even the thought of it just...
Because, you know, if they can save a foundling, what's the youth, the freshly changed Guru?
Cub.
Save a cub or kill a tainted spirit. You know, there's value in having more fighters.
I deal with trauma, not forgiveness.
And so the answer to trauma is never forgiveness?
No, it's understanding that I needed to walk away from the situation. I blamed him for many things. Whether or not that's fair, that's a question that I can't answer myself. One day I may go back. I hate him. But not enough to kill him. Not yet. I can no longer read that.
You should have a column in the chat bot that gives you that information.
Oh, hey, there it is. Hey,
Hey.
up ahead. Hi. Thank you.
It should also now show you polls and things. I clicked that button.
Oh,
Mr. Phone call, I'm just checking to
Ooh,
see if it's
yeah,
a number
for
that's
sure.
actually worth following up on.
Yeah.
offering you a graphics card.
Oh,
I can see here that you
skipping.
looked at
we're skipping one John Farrell.
and only him.
And only-
Look, answer the phone, but only if he's not in the room.
Yeah. All right.
So you deal with trauma, but you don't deal in forgiveness.
Forgiveness isn't something that I specifically focus on, but I'm not unknown to it. I seek to understand, and with understanding often comes forgiveness. But my job is not to convince anybody that they must forgive.
No, of course not. Just if your only response to trauma was to kill, I don't know what kind of specialization that is for a bunch of guru.
It would be very common among Guru.
Couple of experts in here already.
Sometimes it's times of war, sometimes you don't have the benefit of rehabilitation.
Of course.
If I discover that somebody's trauma has changed their perspective, that is something that I may be able to forgive. If I discover that someone is truly rotten at the core, then perhaps they need to go.
Of course.
I'm not a doctor.
No, I'm just trying to get a sense of what your specialization is.
If you ever find yourself in pain, is that eye roll
Yeah, in character.
character? Okay,
Damn.
just checking.
Just checking.
Just checking if Kate actually likes me as a storyteller anymore.
I like John a lot. Thank you for introducing a new NPC, even if I'm being shitty to them.
John! Poor John has
Keep sassing his NPCs.
There's no problem with this at all. Actually, here, let's just make that explicitly clear.
Here.
If you find yourself in pain, then I can help try to find the source of that pain and understand it. And with understanding, sometimes solutions or mitigations can be found. I try to get those back on their feet. Cleves the Lie would be a good example. If he brought himself to me, then I could work with him. Try to find ways to get him back in the fight. Or at the very least, give him the opportunity to rest.
So,
I'm gonna
yeah.
just flag
Yeah.
in previous versions of Werewolf, one of the tenets of the litany was to not allow others to suffer thy sickness. It essentially meant that if you were no longer able to fight, either due to illness or malady or whatever, that you were killed. The subject of assisted death is one that he would bring up at this point. Are you alright with this?
Yes.
It's legal in Canada. With lots and lots
With
of stipulations.
big caveats, yeah.
I have helped some guru to die. It's a right. And I think this right's actually still in the book.
Oh, I love the whole meaning of the word.
The right
Yeah,
to Winter Wolf.
God,
yeah,
that's so yummy.
yeah.
Wait, what is? Sorry?
RIGHT versus RITE. You
It was just
said that
good, but
yourself.
your word choice, accidental or intentional, was
Yeah.
fabulous.
So there are, you would know of the right of the Winter Wolf. All of them. It's if a werewolf becomes too wounded or aged to fight alongside their packmates, it's basically they celebrate their lives and their deeds, and then they end their life one way or the other. Sometimes assisted, sometimes not. Very occasionally, two will do it at the same time, and they basically get one last fight with each other. Ritual combat, where the understanding is neither of them is going to survive, but they get to go out in glory. His face is very compassionate when he speaks of this.
Sorry.
Now that's crossing a line from character to player.
No, that's still Macros. Still Macros.
I do occasionally have to check. There's a lot of stuff that exists in previous versions of Werewolf that
Yeah.
I've known quite well, and not all of it would apply. Ride of the Winter Wolf is still in the book, so.
Edward, forgive me if this seems, I don't know, too obvious. Or
We've made it clear that forgiveness isn't my job.
gotcha. If you'll only work with those who come to you, what of someone who needs to undergo this rite, but chooses not to?
No one needs to undergo the rite of the Winter Wolf. No one. Some may choose. And in that case, it becomes a need for them. But there is no law, no force that can choose for someone else to make that choice. And in much the same way that Sky can invite me here, could even ask that people meet with me, I can still approach, make myself known. But I will not treat unless I'm asked. It is your right to live with your pain and your rage. Sometimes that's what we need. Would not dare to take it away from anyone who didn't want it. Believe me, though, there's more than enough rage to go around. And there's more than enough pain to replace what can be lost.
The complacency was a symptom of something a little greater. Something that we don't fully understand yet ourselves. Something tied to the spirits of this place. Tied to the Umbra. And something that if it could be healed by excision or removal would be, well, it would be a very clean way to do it. But as you say, it's not that simple.
It would be very easy to appease Stag. But we don't want to. Do we? The sort of sacrifice he would demand is not one that we're willing to pay. And it wouldn't be fair. So we find other ways. Sky has made her choice. I can help her to a certain degree.
But only if she comes to you.
She already has. I apologize. I'm a philodox. I see things in terms of justice. I attempt to find a balance when one doesn't always exist. There aren't always judgments that can be made. You're a theurge, I understand. And so I mean no disrespect to you when I say that sometimes spirits can be bloody frustrating.
No, I would agree with that. No disrespect.
Stag has no right to demand such a price from my friend. And yet she's accepted it.
Stag is hurt.
I understand. But Stag hasn't come to me.
Why would he?
Just because someone doesn't come to me doesn't mean that I can't think they're a prick.
No, for sure.
Edward, if this complacency, this complacency, which now has been lifted from the guru of this city, it would sort of entail a muddiness of the mind. I mean, we always saw it as not a virus per se, but a state that was keeping rage suppressed, energy and drive suppressed. It's been lifted, and yet, well, and then he gestures out to like beyond the cairn where there's a volcano and shit, like, and yet this place is devastated. Healing will happen. Nature will heal itself. But how can we clear the hearts of those who reside in this city? In this place?
You've already taken an excellent step. There's a victory achieved here. That victory will only feel whole once there's a definite closure. There's not been a gathering for those who have fallen in that battle. As I understand it, that's to come.
It's only been 2 days.
Some would say that's even too long, but I believe the circumstances are somewhat exceptional.
Hannah has a right to be there.
That's true.
I visited her. She's feisty.
Is she calling herself Sight of 8 yet? And there's like a wry smile, but there's also a like, but like actually though?
There's a moment of like realization.
Oh shit, that's so funny.
That's what that means?
She said to us, that's what she told us. Not that's what she said. That's what she told us.
She's dead.
Gross.
Let me.
Cheeky.
Did she ask for your help?
Be impressive.
She's coming around to the idea. The only one who's specifically asked for my help right now is Sky.
I think there are
I'm used to
others.
this.
Yeah.
It's completely natural. There are those who don't trust me because I am an outsider. There are those who don't trust me because I'm a child of Gaia, and that's particularly important here.
Yeah.
There'd be reasons not to trust me everywhere, especially amongst a community that has been conditioned to question everyone. It's part of the reason why I have the rules I have. I can hardly be accused of trying to subvert everyone if I can only subvert those who are willing to meet. But it means that most choose not to. Perhaps I've been going around it the wrong way.
I imagine more often than not it's people who just... they can't speak their pain out loud. And it has nothing to do with you.
Perhaps. You make a good point.
Consent is key.
Yes, but not all of you are terribly good at it. Either giving it or receiving it.
Correct.
The three of us as a pack, we don't hate the past. We don't disrespect the history of this place, these people, these guru, the battles they've fought, the enemies they've driven off. We don't. And I think that's important because what I say next might make it seem that way, which is that ever since we became a pack and started our work here, it's been our drive to get people to move on and get together, to fight alongside each other, that we can move forward.
Sky told me that your pack originally had a goal of allowing those to move on from their own traumatic situations.
Yes.
A kid, you know.
We were frustrated to see that a battle with many losses resulted in a fracture between the two key cairns and Sept of the city.
Downstream and Weathered Storm.
It seemed so obvious to us from the outside that they needed to be each other's allies and they refused to do it. And that got us very angry, and we stuck our noses in a nutshell.
Very glad you did, based on what I've heard.
So am I.
You've also met with the guardian of this cairn.
Yes.
I've heard that you've managed to establish a rapport with her, but others have not.
I think when we approached her and when we were offering to do what we could to heal the mountain, to heal this place, it was at a time when there were no Theurges who were able to do so.
Hannah pissed her off, which, seeing as you know Hannah.
Yeah.
And the other one was the child of Gaia.
That same, like,
In, like, quotation marks.
Yeah,
that same, like,
yeah.
I am, like, I am going to destroy something, deep breath, okay, maybe I won't. She's walking injured too, isn't she? Perhaps she will come to me.
She fought hard.
Of course she did. She loves this place. And with reason.
But in order to come to you, she needs to know you're here.
Yes, she does. I imagine that she is aware.
Certainly.
There are none who enter this place without her knowledge.
There's a difference between knowledge and...
Hand in pocket around keys.
Actually, good shout. Yeah, oh shit. Oh, actually, God, I checked my keys, yeah. Fine. Okay. Oh no, Goose must not be doing very well with my keys.
If you would let her know, I would be gracious. But gracious? Grateful.
No.
Yes.
She said
I am
graciously.
always gracious.
Oh, Edward. Oh, Edward.
Oh, Edward.
Let's get this whole extended family. This Regency drama. Let's go. Oh my god.
Please lie. Goose. Honestly, everyone. And so I'll do what I can while I'm here. As invited, I am very happy to stay for as long as I'm needed.
What are your methods? How do you seek to understand someone's pain?
Children of Gaia can develop a certain rapport with someone by using a gift. I can reveal and understand trauma.
What does that mean? What does trauma look like?
It would be easier to show you.
Dante looks very pointedly at Troyan. No, like, just if it's easier to show, maybe you want to give a demonstration.
Maybe you do,
Is the
Mr.
implication?
Mr. Almost danced the fucking spiral.
It just
this
happened.
morning. It's pretty fresh.
It hasn't scarred. That's fucking percolated it. Okay. Anyway, sorry. He just looks at. This all passes between them.
Sometimes the trauma is physical. That's surprisingly difficult sometimes to understand. But if the thing that weighs someone down the most is something external or internal, then that can become clear. At times, that's a mental or emotional block. And at times, it's a supernatural crippling. I can intuit those things. Understand their source. Not necessarily what can fix it, but that's a lifetime of experience.
What?
It can take several tries. Mostly I can determine the most important trauma in someone's life. But after dealing with that, there may be others that surface, which means that sometimes it's not just one and done.
Is it possible, Edward, that this, whatever complacency, that it left a mark on people that could be intuited?
Of course, guilt. Guilt is something that we all carry, some more than others. But I could, for example, determine whether or not the complacency was still there. I could acknowledge whether the complacency's effects have lingered, and whether or not it's caused long-lasting damage.
and perhaps even its source.
I get insight. Yes, the source is possible.
But you need people to come to you.
I would not do it if ordered. I would fight anyone who tried to force me. And I might not be the fighter I once was, but I know how to put a hole in something if I need to.
We're not in a position to give anyone orders.
I'm... Right.
We
Dante
can
also-
talk to people.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dante also doesn't.
Convince people
really
if we
believe that.
care.
But yeah, that's it. Like
They're
that's,
very annoying when we want to
that's
be.
honestly.
So if we think people need help, we can talk to them. I mean, you could too. You can't force anyone, but you could convince someone if you felt it was important, or at least make an effort to.
Yes. I admit that I limit the amount of convincing I'm willing to push on someone.
Yeah, they don't want it. They don't want it. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink, etc., etc.
I never thought of myself as a river. I suppose that's apt.
Sees how he runs. Yeah.
Perhaps I could give you an example of someone I helped recently. Would that help you understand?
Probably.
Right. There's a young cub in Toronto who constantly fled any time that there was a battle. It's not normal for Guru to flee. We aren't conditioned for it. We're more conditioned to try to destroy. After a time, it became clear that he was going to either be turned on by his own, well, not exactly a pack, but those who were watching over him. Destroyed as a coward who could not be relied upon. He was going to have to find a solution, and he came to me, asked me for what I could do to help. In this particular case, he had already been attacked by a spirit shortly after his first change, one that was seeding doubt and fear in his mind, able to control the rage that he felt and turned it not towards enemies but towards himself. Thus, he would flee unless forced into frenzy. The spirit was destroyed. A few theurgers made sure of that. The rite of abjuration is powerful. And yet, he still carried the guilt of what was happening and was convinced that he would not fight. He could not learn that it had been too late. That was his second trauma. The first artificially placed upon him, the second grew out of what he had already suffered. And so, he fought. He was challenged every day. He was given tasks around the cairn that he was helping while he was discovering himself. He was constantly challenged. Now, he was under no obligation to accept any of them. He had not even been made part of a tribe. Technically, he was not responsible for his actions. But, with encouragement, he accepted every single one. And he lost. Again and again. Again. When finally he came to me the last time, it was because he could not see a position in which he would win. He knew that he now had the bravery to fight. But I told him that he needed to understand there's a difference in a journey that has already begun and a journey that is almost at its end. Of course he was losing his fights. He was a cub, constantly being challenged by those who had been Guru for far longer, who had trained. I told him that instead of focusing on losing, he should focus on getting better. He should learn from the mistakes and from the failures and the falls and the bumps and the bruises and scrapes. It took some convincing and more than one convincing push. But when I finally got him to strike back, he started to see that this would come in time, and that the only thing that was holding on to him was time. That was a year ago. I don't believe he's won a challenge yet, but he's come close. But at the very least, he did participate in a battle, which they won, without too much damage. So he may end up being a productive member of society. Somebody who manages to bring glory and honor and wisdom to his cairn and his sept. But it was as simple as a spirit who had decided to take advantage of a cub who did not know enough to turn it away.
It makes sense, and I'm sure there are people here who could benefit from similar wisdom.
The only thing that I'll tell you, Dante, is that, with no offense meant, people who say this out loud, the ones who are hoping that everyone else gets help.
How dare you? There's a smile on his face. He doesn't actually mean it.
He draws his gun.
He draws his gun from his arm and assassinates this child of Gaia, who is clearly also evil. Yeah.
God damn it.
He could have helped. He was a child of Gaia. He was a gun for a second. Do not shoot Edward.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I'm going to need help. I'm going to need help convincing the others that I have something to offer.
I mean, we're all for what you're offering.
If you'll forgive me, you are all for it. I'm not certain I've convinced everyone.
Everyone in the world? No.
This is why I need a Ragabash to accompany me wherever I go.
Macros tells it like it is.
I have no doubt. The legends have reached even my ears.
Yeah, so if people need help, you're here. It's great. Thanks, Guy, for calling you.
I'd like help.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Do you have a timer on your watch for how long it would take?
Oh, no. No.
Okay.
All right.
50 minutes left in the street.
Of course.
When
you're ready.
I don't know, but it's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Micro's ends up pacing closer to Tran to be physically closer.
It's sweet. It's really sweet.
And, it might help other people see that you're legit.
It If he fucks with you, I'll kill him and you can talk to me.
Not if I kill him first.
Fair.
I'm reasonably certain I could no longer stand up to either of you. Together, I imagine that I would.
Alright, you need to find someone like you to talk through your traumas clearly.
He grinned.
Actually, quite good. Yeah.
Yes, physician, heal thyself, I believe is what you're referring to.
Who watches the
Less
Watchmen?
flowery language,
think.
but yeah. If I hear you complain about how little you can do one more time, I am going to clock you on. You've figured out other ways to be useful, even if you can't run as fast as those that you watch run.
Exactly. I don't find any shame in that.
Good. Well, book your schedule session.
Yeah, how does this work? Do you have like a Google Calendar?
You just need to determine whether or not you want your pack present.
There's a certain degree of, certainly from Dante, of like, oh geez, well, it's so much more interesting looking over here right now. There's just something
If
really
you want
interesting
me,
over here.
I'm there. If you don't, absolutely zero feelings hurt.
Okay.
So you think about it.
I'll do this solo, maybe.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Sky is up there. If you want to join her.
This guy is typically up. And Macros at the end is right off. She's like, okay, I've sassed. Like, that's dumb.
That's
I'm
my
done.
Off I go.
That was dumb. I'm going.
Are the ice crystals present in Cairn of the Weathered Storm only like here? Or could I go and potentially observe
They're
and
in. The thing
analyze?
is, the cairn. What you would call the cairn
Yeah.
is actually a much larger area than you are in.
Right.
So the way
This
that
is
they're-
like the middle
yeah,
of it,
So there's cairn.
Yeah.
Then there's the Bawn,
Right. Which is the area.
which is the area that they've still claimed, but is not the actual sacred site.
Right.
The Bawn it usually exists to kind of be like, this is the place where we don't let people enter unless we're cool with them.
Right.
The cairn is, we definitely don't let people access this unless they are either a member of the Sept or have permission from the Sept. And then there's like the heart of the cairn, which is like a
Yeah.
Like- don't go there unless somebody says it's okay, because otherwise they'll just fucking kill you.
Pretty wild movement there, sort of.
Well, yes,
So-
but you also know why.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
So you leaving this area is definitely one. At some point, I should just make a map of the cairn and
Yeah.
like, have it available for you. But you can leave this area, even like Sky is still in the cairn.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
uphill or
She's
Yeah.
just a distance.
You should make it in Planet Zoo. It's just a bunch of wolves.
Zoo. That's why I was like, what? Oh, well.
oh well, yeah.
With like a little vending
Actually,
machine.
fine.
Hi, here's the churro stand.
Holy shit! They have churros on them.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, and he like puts all the little pathways for the humans. They can't ever get anywhere near the wolf pen. That's great.
So cute.
Actually, really sweet. I like it. In that case,
Or Planet Coaster, where like the humans just get on a
Wah,
goes to
wah.
nowhere.
No, that's the Goliath. That's the map of downstream.
I wonder if you could build the euthanasia coaster
Oh,
in
In-
no,
Planet
I don't know.
I don't know about Planet Coaster just because it's a bit more
Yeah.
contemporary. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What was that building?
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Right.
You just,
Of course it was.
I mean, it's the same thing with The Sims of like deleting ladders.
Yeah, but it's an actual
Yeah.
art/physics thought experiment. Do you know about this?
Yeah, Jacob Geller covered it in one of his videos.
You're right.
Excellent.
Which I find
Yeah.
Let's say bye.
fascinating
Yeah.
concept, but yeah, I don't
Also
think you can build
fucked
it
up.
in like Planet Coaster. I think that would be morbid, but
Yeah.
also
but
kind of amazing.
Interesting.
At any rate,
All that said, yes, I will also leave Edward with, rather Troyan with Edward. But before I go to join Sky and Macros, I want to analyze some of these ice crystals because I want to get a sense of what has maybe happened to the cairn in the cairn of
that's a
the
good
right building.
that's a good use of your time. You're going
Nerd.
towards
I
Sky.
love it. I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Takes out his
I'm
loop.
like, oh, he's gonna get down, like look at it really close and stuff. I'm like, yay,
You
nerd.
fucking nerd.
I'm not playing a nerd, so I have to be excited that someone
No, I
else
like it.
is.
I like it a
Yay.
lot. I'll take it.
You're headed towards Sky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hot.
Can I run to the washroom real quick if you're gonna have a beginning of the scene?
Yeah. You don't have to be there for Liz's trauma.
I would like to be, so I will return quickly.
God, terrifying.
Sky is not directly looking, but will hear as you approach, unless you're making a concerted ragabash
Not
effort
at all.
to sneak.
No. I don't want to alarm her.
So you've met him.
He's perfect.
No, he's
He's carefully crafted and curated, and he knows exactly how to talk and how to talk to people, but he also seems legit.
very crafted, yes. But his rules are maddening.
Consent is maddening. Macris maybe steps slightly closer while she asks that.
God.
I understand his values. At the same time, there are times where an injured cub doesn't know enough to ask because it does not know it's hurt.
That's what the rest of us are here for. We can convince them. And if they don't want to be convinced, then our loss, their loss, everyone's loss.
He also has very odd taste in food.
Try seemed thrilled.
He's very fond of tea.
Yeah. You seemed excited by tea.
Tea is great. Plain biscuits are weird.
To each their own.
Terrain would like to formally challenge Sky for
John's like, where's the button? Opinions
There
expressed
we
in
go.
character are not reflective of those held by the players or
Put me a
anyone
fucking
at
plain
RPGClinic.
Here. You know what I loved, which other people didn't necessarily, and I like, if I bought a box today, I would crush it. Arrowroot cookies. Did you have?
Yeah, they're great.
No,
Would you dip them in tea?
I don't know. What
I mean, I don't like tea. Period.
Would you dip them in a hot drink? Like cocoa?
I guess because that would just basically be like putting chocolate on a cookie.
Yeah.
But arrowroot cookies, I'm just like, tasty.
Kate's making a note. She's just gonna
What
buy
the
a whole
fuck
bunch
are
of these
arrowroot
Costco trips.
cookies?
You've probably had them. They're popular to give to children or babies even.
Maybe. They like the shape is familiar. Yeah,
Well, we
baby
should get
cookies.
a get a box of arrowroot cookies.
Yeah.
Eat them on stream.
Yeah, we'll fucking crush. I don't know if you
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked at the ingredients list.
They're probably
find out in a
They
second.
look buttery, but
They
might
taste
have
like they
them.
have butter in them.
Yeah, there's probably someone somewhere who makes them without for
Captain's Bluey is.
colic babies and stuff.
We already addressed this, but yes, plain biscuits, and it's a little wild that they're so good. I'm the first person to be like, plain stuff, blah.
Yum.
But like, they're very good.
You're good.
Why?
Wow.
Made with shortening,
Mmm.
Oh, vegetable.
Yeah.
Or, okay.
vegetable shortening,
Yeah. I mean, again, check the
vegetable
box.
shortening, modified palm oil.
Okay.
A lot.
So modified. That's nice.
Enjoy these delicious and slightly sweet biscuit cookies.
Slightly sweet. It's like the
Cookies.
fucking British thing I've ever
Yeah.
heard. Are they British or from? I don't know.
They came up because of
Yes. Yes.
So, plain cookies. Yeah.
Mm.
They're celebrating their 120 or 119th anniversary this year.
Wow.
Anyway,
A lot of cookies.
no one gives a fuck.
I do.
Yeah. Plain cookies.
I don't get the point.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna have cookies, why not have super extravagant ones?
Do you have a favorite cookie?
The ones that I have. Pookajutsu.
You speak like a wolf.
I think it feels more right for me to be what I am than your average human born.
She just smiles, like tiny little. I'm very pleased to hear that smile.
Cute.
But I don't know, I can't like read minds or feelings or whatever. Mr. Spiff is up to that on his own.
I asked him to come here because I know what he's capable of. And yet I haven't found the courage to have him go ahead.
Well, Trans volunteered, so as long as she doesn't explode.
There's a... I'm going to turn to look. No, I should not turn to look, but like, what?
She what?
Look, I don't know exactly why she did, but you're aware that the face stealer had stolen her girlfriend's face, and then she had basically killed her own girlfriend's face multiple times, right?
When you put it that way. It's pretty accurate. It's not incorrect.
There's probably other shit going on in her life, but like, you know, that feels like a big obvious reason to seek some therapy.
It's indeed a gruesome story. Scott, intelligence occult.
Oh,
Are you doing anything specific to try and figure these things out?
talk to the spirit? No, sorry, that's a joke.
I mean, you can.
I could,
It's your
yeah.
fucking talk
I
to the spirits.
I would activate Sight from Beyond, but not Sight from Beyond.
No,
we're not going down that.
The
fucking
icicle
rabbit hole
offers
again.
you to dance the spiral. There's no one around to stop you. So you do.
Stop doing this.
I would activate Penumbral Senses, which would hopefully, offer me additional insight into what's going on in both worlds. I will roll that, and then I will roll Intelligence Occult. If that is all right with you.
Everything is all right with me. I'm here with my friends playing a game. What could possibly go wrong?
So you say that. Okay.
I mean that.
Nice. I got which is good. I got 4 successes on Penumbral Senses, which I think is fine. For Gauntlet difficulty. All right, here we go. Intelligence Occult. It's me, your friend, Intelligence Occult. Don't let me on the stream. We could do better. Oh no.
We have the technology.
Yeah, we did better. 6 successes.
Good job.
Okay, so it's going to take you some time.
Sure.
Some of the things that you're going to notice right away, just I'll wait for Kate to come back before I, put you through your paces. Some of the things that you're going to notice right away is that the ice has a way of refracting light, which is different than you're used to. This may be part of how the cairn manages to conceal itself from observation. But you also, in sort of manipulating the crystals, they reform if they're broken. And they break from force, not from heat. So you can bring your hand close to it, and it feels cold to the touch, but they don't melt in your hand.
Even if I were to like try.
They do not melt.
Yeah, interesting.
That is that is not something that you have to do, but you can break them with your hand. That's not necessarily clear what that's going to do. I will ask if at some point you're brave enough to attempt it.
Considering that we did a rite of cairn building, and this is sort of the physicalization of the result, it feels like I shouldn't. This is...
But you know that they will regenerate.
Okay.
Because when you pick it up, even though some of it sort of flakes off, you see that they're always growing. And some of it can flake away, but then more crystals will emerge.
Would it be fair to assume that this is either some sort of return to or remix of what the cairn used to be, which was wintered in some way, although I honestly don't remember if we know the name of the cairn before. Is that a fair assumption?
It is a fairer assumption to assume that there are powers of stasis, of ice, of chill.
Okay. Okay. That is very interesting.
I'm an interesting guy.
I'd say the information was interesting, John.
Whoa,
You are also
whoa,
very
whoa.
interesting, but separately. Different reasons.
But apparently not Canada's crowning achievement or
No.
whatever it was earlier.
Oh
today.
no, I'm
No.
I'm far from that apparently.
What the hell, Splooey?
Bears.
What the hell?
Oh, enchanted ice knives. That's nice.
Shake, shake, shake.
They can't be broken.
I do have a dot of melee that I never use.
Oh,
Same.
Yay.
I think that's pretty standard. We just get melee dots when we, sometime.
I'm sure it'll come up.
I might pick up a chair.
Shot. Out of control.
You've asked for my help.
Ah,
I'm going to ask you again, but I'm going to let you know one thing. Once you've asked for my help, I will give it to you. You can revoke your asking. But if I consider it more important to continue to help you, I will. And so this is, in effect, the one chance that you have to stop me. If I determine that your trauma poses risk to others, then I cannot stop. I'm actually going to rephrase that because I don't think that was quite clear. Once you've asked for my help, if I determine that there's something that could affect others, then I cannot stop, and I will not stop. If it means preventing trauma to someone else. Do you understand?
yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Great. Are you resisting the use of this gift?
No, I don't think so. Depending on how, if it does it feel like 1,000 knives?
All he has to do is look.
I
Doesn't
don't.
feel anything.
I don't love this music that you've used there, John. Child of Gaia curse.
Be weird.
Bye, weirdness.
The whole tribe is just straight corrupted, like all of them.
It's very possible.
That would be insane.
Would it?
Yes, it would.
Perhaps. Or the patron spirit of the child of Gaia himself has been corrupted to dance the spiral.
So I've succeeded.
Cool.
God's just fucking with us. I don't know.
Which means that I have to ask you then.
Okay.
Because I don't have the answer to this unless you want to give it to me.
Okay.
I will gain awareness of the greatest current injury or trauma suffered by you. It can either be physical, supernatural, or even mental. And then any attempt to heal or repair that harm gets a bonus from then on.
Okay.
But you're the one who has to determine what Troyan's biggest trauma is right now.
I feel like it must be the loss of Portia, because everything else has been like a domino effect to that. So I guess that would be mental.
Oh, he doesn't understand. It's not like 20 questions where
No, okay.
yeah.
Is it bigger than a bread box?
Yeah, it's just making
Yes.
clear that like
Yes, it is.
the
It's
trauma
trauma.
can take many different forms. And
Okay.
So it isn't just what's your greatest physical trauma. It's just what's the thing that's weighing you down the most right now, and he'll gain some insight into it.
Okay.
So one of the things I'm going to ask for you is that if he starts making assumptions and you're like, "That's not how I saw this," you need to just be like, "Hey, John." No.
Notify you, OOC.
Yeah, and then I'll be like, "Oh, okay," and I'll pivot.
Okay.
Because I know that some of the details of this event are details that you don't have, and that I do.
Yeah.
In which case, hey. But if I start being like, yes, and the trauma that you carry is because you never managed to tell Portia that she reminded you of her mother, and then you might be like,
Never been into it.
Stay on the sleeping with your other May.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Your mother.
These are often the hardest ones to deal with. I would tell you, if it would make you feel any better, you are not the first guru to come to me with heartbreak at their core. She meant a lot to you, didn't she?
Yeah. It wasn't just that she meant a lot to me, it's that her death caused questions that I am still trying to answer. And names are getting added to a list of people who need to pay for what they did to her, and it never feels like it stops. And it makes me angry, which gives me the rage I need to keep fighting, but I also am very tired of feeling it. But if I stop feeling it, I don't know who I am.
You've defined yourself by revenge.
Yeah, Gorgon would agree with that.
Gorgon finds use for that.
It's all I've ever known. I became a guru because of her death. Wanting vengeance. It's all this part of me has ever known.
Your rage has as its source vengeance, but you did not become guru out of revenge.
Didn't I?
No.
She died in front of me, I became guru. Is that not from revenge?
That may have triggered your first change, but you were always going to be one of Gaia's warriors, no matter what happened to her.
How can you be sure?
What was her name?
Portia.
Did you have any other ideas of any other names she may have carried? Did you ever learn her deed name?
I didn't even know she was guru until after she died.
But have you sought that information out since? Because it doesn't matter, does it?
Well, it kind of does.
Why? You knew her as something else. You didn't know her as Guru until she died.
Yeah, but I don't know how she knew me. I don't know if she knew that I was going to change, if it was all just a big coincidence, or if she sought me out. I don't know, and no one knew her well enough to tell me. And it eats at me.
Are you wondering whether she loved you?
No, she did. If I could just tell myself she didn't love me, if I could just accept that, it would be a lot easier to let her go.
Absolutely, but she loved you.
Yeah.
But are you wondering?
Sucks.
Are you wondering whether she loved you because of who you were, because of who your potential was going to be?
I don't know.
Do you think it mattered to her?
I don't know.
Shall we talk to her?
The last time I did, she told me she loved me and to just let it all go. And I thought, that's fucking rich coming from her.
Clearly that's not enough, is it?
No! It's not just a switch that you can turn on and off.
No, it's not.
You, of all people, would know that.
I'm overjoyed that you had such love, and I'm devastated that it was ripped from you and that it has been twisted to cause you this pain.
Thanks.
But I in order for us to deal with this, the answer for you, if you'll forgive me for saying so, is that vengeance will never fix this problem, but it is still valuable and something that you can hold on to. I would never take your list away. In a way, I want to see them go down almost as much as you do now. No, the source of your trauma is a lack of information, a lack of knowledge, and destroying those who have wronged her or you will not get you that information. But it will feel damn good, and it will do good for yourself and for Gaia. And so it's information that we seek. As an Arun, that's not exactly an easy thing to do. Not that you aren't intelligent, it's just that this isn't a problem that we can fight. It's dogged investigation. Pounding your soles of your feet flat.
I'm not really good at asking questions twice. If someone doesn't answer me once, that's usually enough for me to,
Which means that perhaps you need help to find these answers. Answers that won't come from you. They may need to come from your pack, from me. But the answers are what you need. And if you're not good at asking a question twice, thankfully, you have two people who are very good at questions. One who knows how to ask the very stones themselves. One who is so persistent that the stones might just answer. Which means that I'm pleased to tell you that as much as I can't solve your problem right away, you have the tools.
These people who have experienced heartbreak before,
Yes,
that you've helped,
yes.
have they ever had other people that they were thinking about but didn't want to pursue an avenue with them because it didn't feel fair?
The damnable thing about Guru is that their hearts are so big. I don't believe in soulmates. I don't believe that there is one out there for you. But I do believe that the rage that you carry within you, the sheer emotion that courses through your veins, means that it's very difficult for you to be able to let go of the ideal of a partner. And so, no. I have never met a guru who has experienced heartbreak, who has sworn off love, or at the very least companionship.
It's not sworn off, it's just how do you know that how do you know that it's the right time to move on?
Would Portia want you to?
I can't do this for her.
Then you're ready. You're ready if you want it. Because I'll tell you one other thing. You won't live the same way as those in stories. You will not get a happily ever after.
Not expecting that.
You will die
I know.
on a battlefield screaming into the maw. So therefore, don't wait. Love if you can. love blooms on the battlefield as well.
It's not like a magical bandage that's healed everything, but I do feel... I don't know if I feel better, but I feel like I have a drive to do something.
You can feel relieved that your biggest trauma isn't that you secretly suspect that your packmates have already danced the spiral and that you're covering for them, and that supernatural creature isn't hanging over your head and dictating every move.
No, give me something I can kill. That's why this sucks.
Kill your ignorance.
Shit, that was pretty good.
Got him.
Got her!
Kill your ignorance, and you'll have what you need. It's not very often that I have definite statements like this. Of course, I don't know if you'll ever find your answers,
Yeah.
but you have the help. You have the help.
And if I don't find my answers, I just
Well,
I
there's
need to accept when it's time to stop asking.
one other problem, Troyan.
Yeah.
Sometimes our traumas stay with us until we die. Not all can be fixed. But I have faith that you'll find enough to ease your heart. And I believe that that heart has room for one more. Two. However many you wish.
Okay, you didn't like see anything else while you were like looking.
No.
Okay. Should just do a little side eye, shifty side eye.
I'm not a mind reader.
Could have fooled me.
Just a lifetime of experience.
You sure I can't kill that fucker in Detroit for you? It would be my absolute pleasure.
Ask me again tomorrow.
That's a promise.
Thank you.
Thank you. Truly.
Dante, when you squeeze the ice in your fingers, your fingers feel slightly numb for a second, and then there's just this twitch. And then slowly you manage to get everything back in your hand.
Interesting. As if it had frozen me in some way.
The ice crystals that hang around have three effects.
Oh my god.
One, they provide a prismatic visual obscuration and supernatural obscuration so that other people cannot identify where the cairn is or who's inside.
Amazing.
Two, you can use these as thrown weapons. If you yank them off whatever they're hanging on and then throw them at someone, it could freeze them. And the thing is, this goes through whatever it's touching, and so therefore it can't simply be blocked.
Interesting. Okay.
3 provides a chilling effect, which means that fire cannot attack this cairn. That includes things like lava.
Pretty cool.
So heat is no longer a weapon that can be used against Weathered Storm.
Oh.
He's
It's gonna be great against the volcano.
who we will eventually fight again.
And it keeps drinks cold.
I mean, that's the fourth sort of real.
Dante just cracks an Eddie Ice.
Yeah, brew me, brew me, bro.
Bruh.
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 Gee.
Bruh.
Bro, what's wrong? Did this arise in response to the Rite of Cairn building, or is
Yes.
it okay?
It is.
Perfect.
It is. This. It is the force of Gaia at this cairn crystallizing into a defense and a weapon that it can use.
Right. It is the manifestation of what we were
Yes.
doing, and
You've increased the spiritual resonance of this area and attuned it, and therefore it is manifesting in ways that will help defend the cairn.
amazing. That is
But now you understand what it does.
I'm not going to tell anybody.
It starts looking up the prices on the black market.
What, for magical
That's
ice?
3 magic
Infinite
crystals.
piercing, yeah. I'd pay a lot for that in Brotato.
Actually, yeah.
Dude, you don't even need a cooler anymore. You
It's true. Huge. Guys.
gotta dump one of these things in a plastic bag and then it'll keep your natty ice cold.
Stop. He's not a bro. We've talked about that.
Alright, fine. He's not a bro. You're a Molson Canadian.
Oh, no. No, put it back. Put it back.
Okay.
Okay.
You're Dos Equis?
Alright.
Cerveza?
Thanks
for
for
the
the
follow.
follows.
Thanks,
Thank you.
folks.
And welcome, Raiders.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's...
Macros? Yeah.
Yay.
Days. Macros, days.
Nice. Yeah.
Sky points out a couple of things that she's noticed in various points. That there are that she picked up on when she started moving around the mountain after the attack on Endless Night, specifically identifying places that are easily where Guru can easily hide and yet keep a lookout. You would almost describe them as like sniper perches. She doesn't use said language, but then also determines that there is tunnels that had been created that you stopped, and has started pointing out that there are ways that we can use these tunnels to our advantage to move about the mountain. She might have some difficulty convincing others of doing so because crawling around underneath the ground isn't necessarily glorious.
There are those who gain gifts from Badger. Specifically, there's one that lets you like tunnel through the ground. Yeah.
What sort of sound would that sound like? This is how I've been distracting myself.
So. I can't force you to go seek out this guy's help, even though you had him come all the way over here. But
I did him a favor, didn't I?
by giving him something to do,
By getting him out of Toronto.
well,
That's what Guy told me. And
is-
she's like acting as like she's not
She seems
recognizing that this is
convinced,
a
yeah.
joke.
that is what that is what someone like you would say. They have parks, but not enough trees. Not enough trees on their streets. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. It's not what I'm here to talk about.
Do you want me to speak with him?
If you feel like you should, it sounds like you feel like you should. I mean, you had to
I will.
face Stag and all of that, but
Will you make sure that when I do, that you're somewhere nearby?
sure, just let me know.
I could do it now.
Glance back towards Troyan and Edward.
Troyan's now walking away with her hands in her pockets. Not looking particularly angry.
Yeah,
Whoa.
you were
I
Oh
know.
my god, what did he do to you?
You see
We just smoked a doob and called it a day.
You see Edward sitting on the log, and then like 3 seconds go by, and then 4 sections gliding away.
Flying off.
I just gave her Tetris.
Yeah.
Oh, that's PTSD. This is slightly different
I
thing.
heard tetanus. Damn.
Oh, that would be a guru
Well,
thing.
PTSD is post-traumatic.
Yes, exactly. Hence, slightly different.
If you ever experience great trauma, try to play Tetris as soon as you can after it happens. For
Science.
45 minutes.
Your brain
There are
sorts
papers
that
say
instead
that
of.
this actually
yeah.
does help you prevent creating a post-traumatic response
Interesting.
because your brain starts focusing on shapes
Right.
and pattern recognition and
Gives you something else to be angry about.
yeah.
Fucking blocks.
Oh my goddamn line piece.
Yeah, literally.
What's this thing for?
Fucking bullshit. Yeah.
No, square. Shit.
I wonder if versions of Tetris matter. Like, is it one of the earlier versions where they didn't have piece fixing?
Yeah.
So like it literally could be, yeah, there's been 70 pieces that have gone by with no line piece.
I think
Get
so.
fucked.
I think so. I think it's just the brain cycles that it puts you into. But before that, your dreams.
What about my dreams?
So there just was an instance of what seemed to be Spider, capital S Spider, talking to Dante, but then it was actually a spiral infested spirit. Would Dante have had a better
worm
word for that?
infested
A worm infested spirit, right? That was encouraging him to try dancing the spiral just for fun.
So she glances at where Dante's like looking at ice.
Yeah.
And he's going, ho, ho, ha, ho, ho, ha. And he looks a little crazy. No, I'm kidding. Sorry.
He's a video
None of
game
that-
character.
none of that bullshit.
Check.
He looks like he needs a natty ice.
Wow. You know what?
Have you ever had a natural ice?
Never.
I haven't. I mean, I'm not a beer drinker anyway,
Sure.
but like, I just know that that's just like a frat bro type.
Weird.
Bad. Okay, sorry.
So they're coming for us in our dreams now.
Yeah, and specifically, what we gathered at Downstream was that this is a thing that happened. That people thought they were just dreaming of Spider, and Spider was saying some weird shit, and it was just like a nightmare or something, but it actually had a much more tangible, real, terrible
Perhaps there's a
worm
ritual we
taking.
can use to safeguard our dreams.
Maybe.
I'll ask.
And if not, just if in these dreams that Stag is making you have, Stag is like, yeah, try dancing the spiral. Don't. And tell me.
If that happens, then either Stag or I will die in that ensuing battle. But if I'm smart, I'll find you first. There's this moment of like heads moving closer, and then like there's Troyan. Oh,
Oh, I tried.
Wasn't looking at anything.
That was fast.
Yeah. He told me to use my friends as tools. So, tool 1, tool 2.
You know,
I have a
Troyan?
question to ask.
Yeah.
Did either of you feel either pride or frustration with the number that you were given?
Number didn't bother me. She happened to be talking to me, so just that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be the same for this one.
No. But I get it.
You know, Troyan, normally I would clock you real good for calling me a tool, but right now you get a pass.
Oh, thanks. He did it first, what it's worth.
Troy,
Oh, he'll feel it
Troy just
later.
went in auspice order.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Watching you. I know who she'd choose if this was a Batman Forever situation.
Go with the 2-2.
I know what Troy would do. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Anyway.
He told me to kill my ignorance.
Good advice generally.
It's a good line. Oh, hi.
Johnny's coming up the hill too. Yeah, sorry. Sounds like good advice.
Yeah.
In terms of.
In terms of summoning Portia and asking her questions.
Or people who knew about her.
Yeah.
Do you feel up for that sort of thing?
I don't know if I ever will, but I think it's necessary. Is that something that you can do? He suggested it was.
Give me some time. I'm sure we can work it out.
You-
I mean,
Write
yes,
your
but,
list of questions.
An ancestor spirit is something that can be summoned.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You
I wasn't-
have to figure out how to do
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not sure about my gifts and rights and stuff, so I have to. I was gonna check the book.
Those fuckers know about death. Jesus.
God damn.
But it's me. I will not be me.
I'm counting on it.
Good.
Don't let me leave with an ooh, I guess that answer's good enough. No, I need concrete answers.
You
or
have a
I'm
bone
literally
marrow
going to
in
go
your
nuts.
court. I will not stop chewing until I get my answers.
Thank you.
Your answers.
Troyan,
It
it might be a bit more infuriating, but before we do that, maybe we should try talking to the living.
okay,
Oh, actually, sorry, I don't know if I know this. I was about to reference Cleves, but I don't know if I know that.
Let's just say you do.
At some point, we kind of caught up on what we did.
Yeah.
Let's
You know,
say you do.
Fuck it.
Weird pitch. Maybe Cleves Ally is involved in your backstory somehow. Let's go talk to him.
I'd like to establish him.
I like to establish. Can I roll lore? Holy shit! I'd like to establish this fact. Okay.
Yeah, Cleves and this mystery stargazer.
We have to start. Well, we don't have to start anywhere, but it makes sense to start here. Cleves is a big part of the picture here in Montreal, and it sounds like elsewhere as well. Maybe he knows something.
The fact that she was in a pack with 2 stargazers. It's an insane coincidence. Right? And that one of them ends up here. What were they planning? They were planning something.
We're Stargazers. Sorry, out of character. We're Stargazers. They have left. We do not know them. Were they as populous as other tribes? And would we know that?
So
Is it
I'm
a
gonna
weird
have to make,
coincidence?
I'm gonna have to make a ruling because
That's
fifth
fair.
edition doesn't say.
That's
Yeah.
Previous editions have made suggestions that certain tribes were more populous than others, but remember then also a lot of that came down to things like who your parents were. So,
geography and stuff, right?
Yeah.
so we will say here that there are some tribes that are a little more popular than others in some ways. I imagine that there's probably a few more glasswalkers and bonars because of the preponderance of cities and that being a thing that they handle. But I'm not going to say that, of the 13 tribes, I'm not going to say that like each of them occupies, like some of them occupy 30% of the population, some occupy 1.
Right.
It's more like, plus or minus 1%.
Okay.
So yeah, there were about as many stargazers as there were any other tribe.
Okay. Okay. So coincidence, yes, but not,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Kung Fu Fenris. It's a matter of the qualifications posed by them.
right. Coincidence, sure, and definitely not one that we shouldn't look into, but it is possible. I mean, you didn't know a lot about her life as a guru.
No.
Maybe her goals aligned with Stargazer goals.
In which case, I need to know what those goals were.
Don't we all? But sorry, yes, you more than anyone else.
If
Yes.
this whole thing was some kind of fucking conspiracy plot and her death was not just a face stealer, but something more, then I need to keep picking at the scab until it stops bleeding. Which I recognize is the thing you're not supposed to do to a scab to keep it from bleeding.
We're both like, I think that's actually.
You've got to keep digging until you get your answer. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But definitely 2 stargazers, 1 pack. Why not 3? Could she not have been?
Coming from over the ridge of the mountain,
Sorry.
Oh, tits. Gondor calls for.
And Rohan shines. Coming over the ridge of the mountain, just on the other side, within sight of you, headed towards the cairn, is a Shadow Lord.
What? Just like
Hi.
Hi, I'm Barnaby Jones, the Shadow Lord.
Oh shit! You wanna come work in our bar? Sorry, your bar.
But I think we'll end the session.
yeah.
All right. Woohoo!
Oh my god.
Bet you didn't think that was gonna happen to you today.
Wow.
Too jealous. Did you? Woo!
Catherine,
Yes.
what did you learn today? I learned
Macris doesn't know what to do once she's decided. At this point, once she's decided that she suspects someone, and then she no longer suspects them, but doesn't really care to like move past that. She's like, "Oh, are you evil? No. Oh, now what?"
Yeah.
So she's like, she's spent so much time recently just trying to put people in one box or the other. So yeah.
she doesn't know what happens when
Edward.
she lifts somebody out of one of their boxes.
Yeah.
Specifically out of the I don't trust you box.
I don't know.
Well, they don't go in the friend box. I don't know who they are.
Scott?
I learned that the Cairn of the Weathered Storm has manifested some sweet crystals that do a bunch of things, including keeping your natty ice cold. That's what.
And Liz.
Troy learned that she can't just keep killing things until her trauma stops. She needs to actually
Did you actually
ask
learn that?
questions.
Good.
I feel like she's being dragged kicking and screaming to this realization,
Correct.
but she is trying.
The ditches burn.
Oh, I told you this.
I know, that's it.
No, it's fair. It's fair.
Maybe
You gotta hear it
needs
from some
one more
someone
person to
specific.
tell.
That's it. You need some way of hearing it.
I think it's not that she's had a eureka moment. I think it's just that she is like just so fucking like pissed that she's willing to try anything.
I mean, she,
Just thinks that's
also
where
we
he
have
is.
we now kind of have the bandwidth to we kind of have the bandwidth to deal with it now, right?
That's right. She doesn't have the excuse of something else is more important.
Yeah, because Endless Night is like,
Yeah.
it's fair.
And usually she does, and now she's like,
Twilight's Dunzo. Like, yeah.
that's it.
Like, there is still the hive,
Hive.
but we need to, like, actually physically heal. We still need a few more nights before that's done. So,
Yes.
Knight's Macris intends to fill.
There's
He's
the
got-
moot point is up. How do we feel about sees how they run? Let's keep him meh, don't trust him, or kissable.
Meh.
Damn.
I mean, meh's a
I
legit.
saw one vote for Matt.
yes.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to call someone's play out?
Yeah. I was like, no, it's too easy to pick Troyan, but fuck it, I'm taking Troyan. Ha 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 ha. The big thing happened. But like, kudos for just being like, okay, great. No one else is gonna trust you to heal their trauma. How about me? Let's go. Like, I think Troyan does tend to be direct, but that still was actually a very like vulnerable thing to choose to be direct about. So like,
Yeah. Cute.
Oh god.
You're
alright?
excused.
Yep. Sorry.
it's because he started the session talking about yawning.
I know,
Yeah.
we're all yawning.
non-fucking stop.
Dante's anger at the beginning. That's a hard thing to tap into. You started at Rage 4.
Oh yeah.
And you played that. And that is really difficult to drop into that emotional state from the get-go. And I thought you did a great job, and I can understand why he would be so fucking freaked out.
Yeah.
Maybe I was just pissed off today. Who knows? We'll never know.
Either way, it worked.
Well, I'm just kidding. And Kate, I really liked, as you made reference to already, Macris's initial interactions with Sorry, I was about to call him Dr. Sass. That's not...
Edward smiles, sees how they run.
Yes, sees how they run, but you called him Mr. Mr. Swizz? You called him
Mr. Spiff.
Yeah.
Mr. Spiff.
Because he was Mr.
It's
Spiff.
Spiffy.
Spiffy, right.
Yeah.
No, just like you eventually had her build towards more of a pokey proddy kind of sass. You know, Chris?
Yes, Pokey Party Sass.
That's right.
As I do.
As you do. But you're right. The initial interaction was just sort of like, I don't know what to do with you because we're not really that suspicious of you. You seem okay, but like, what are you offering right now? I don't actually I'm not sure if I understand what you're really offering or how useful that is to me. And I just thought that was a really nice touch, especially in contrast to the rest of the pack.
Troy decided to like him as soon as he expressed anger.
Fair.
Yeah, which was like an interesting realization that I made about her. But
Yeah, well, that's because literally everyone else she had met had been complacent.
yeah, the complacency
Yeah.
pissed her off so much, and she's like, "Oh my god, you're mad about something. Thank God.
Yeah.
I trust you immediately."
I would die for you, my king.
Oh my god.
You have my sword.
Damn. And John. Yeah. Edward.
Yeah.
I think he's a cool new addition. Whatever the moot point says. I think he's cool.
The half say let's keep him,
Okay.
but a quarter of the people think that they shouldn't that he should not be trusted.
Interesting. Okay.
One person said me, because
One person said meh, and one person said he was kissable.
Who said he was kissable? Tell us.
You can tell us.
It was Bluey. It's Bluey.
Don't worry, guys. We can work something out.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
Child of Gaia. Actually, our Child of Gaia list is very short, so I think someone's gonna have to get.
Oh shoot, yeah, because we still need to
Because
have sex with a child.
Think
I mean,
that's gonna be
we
me.
still need to.
It's gonna be you?
Oh, come on, you can cross Child of Gaia off the list. By the time Macris was done with her, she was fucked.
She was fucked. Nice, nailed it.
Well, look, there was a time. There was a time where that could have been a shit.
Same for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
And you had to go and make her a serial
That's
killer, John.
That's kind
Really?
of fair. It's usually like.
What are you saying? You're too good for serial killers?
Yes, we are Zabuka.
We
Don't
are
add us.
Zabuka.
Don't add us.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Zalika, they failed to get all the kith, so now they're trying to get all the tribes.
so
We
close.
were close.
Yeah, we
In
need-
about
Autumn She and Troll.
yeah, and we were like, we should just. But it was the whole thing.
Yeah. And our refusal to do so ruined the game.
That's why we ended. We got
why we ended.
36 episodes. We're like,
Kate just flipped a table like, fuck you guys.
Took our dolls, and
selfish.
smashed their faces into each other, and we're like, no.
Oh my god.
look, I mean, Pat also could have contributed by fighting each of you individually. and I
Right,
didn't do that,
but also didn't
like,
do that. Yeah,
Also to
Fair
blame.
fair play.
It's all our fault.
So,
Well,
well then.
we do have a week coming up.
Tomorrow, I will play crosswords with people on my stream. If I remember,
Yay.
please feel free to yell at me if it's like 1:30 and there's no stream live. I've probably just gotten distracted.
If you have not tuned into these crossword streams, by the way, it's like it's like the equivalent of a hot chocolate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Cozy.
It's such a great
I also feel like difficulty of crossword aside and crypticness
Yeah.
aside or whatever, like I actually feel like solving a crossword with other people is great anyway because brains work in different ways. Sometimes there's homophones and then whatever. You know, you might just I've definitely done this. You just sometimes don't know what specific things might be.
Yeah.
Even.
Yeah.
What would I even think about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so come on down and join me. That'll be on my channel around 1:30 Eastern time.
Nice. Normally I stream on Tuesdays. I'm not available this Tuesday. However, I got some spooky games I've been told to play. Civ 7 is also in early access as of Thursday, so like I feel like I got it.
Scottimius?
Scottimius will return because I will say I've enjoyed playing Emperor Scottimius a lot on stream, or having him on the stream, I should say. But Civ 6 was the best for that. So Civ 7 will hopefully also be great. Anyway, it's in early access very soon, and like I'm so jazzed to play. And yes, Eric Gwen, you can cross your fingers because Paul Prospero will be examining some cabins at some point. But again, not Tuesday. Please stay tuned to the Discord to find out when throughout the week. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Actually, yeah. You have a good point. This week, yeah.
Reasonable. It's on the reasonable side.
Wednesday over on Backroom Deals, we'll have local Montreal legend Andre from the Metropolitan Ring
Actually,
Yeah.
the
coming
best
in
guy.
to play.
He's cool.
The premier Netrunner content creator will face off to see whether or not he can get what he needs from the producer.
Ooh.
We'll see. That's on Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Oh my god, so sick.
Yeah.
Anything to declare for Thursday?
Maybe Thursday from Scott to be
Yeah.
able to live streaming.
Friday, we're continuing Cyberpunch. Punch. It's going great. And Saturday, we have 2 streams.
Oh yeah. You could probably catch a return to.
Don't
let's be
cross
honest.
the streams.
No, don't do it. I was like, oh, you can probably catch a return to Doomed on my channel at 11 a.m. But will I not just be playing more Civ 7? I actually just might only do that for a while. I don't know. But then at 3 o'clock?
I'm hoping if we just power forward, we can finish True Crew. But
Not forever, just this.
I was like,
yeah, this book.
was
But if
gonna
we
be like,
can't,
no, wait.
then just stop. But yeah, regardless, that's starting at 3 p.m. And then Sundog.
we'll be back here with another episode of Montreal by Moonlight. Ep 60.
Gotta thank everyone for being here today. Obviously, you are a treat, but so is everybody else who tunes in. Whether you've tuned in live or whether you're watching on YouTube or you're listening to this on Spotify or the various other playlists that we have, it's super appreciated. Just anytime you drop a comment or talk in Discord, I don't care about engagement. I just like hearing that somebody's watched the damn thing.
Yeah.
So, don't do it for the algorithm. Do it for us.
But also, the algorithm does appreciate likes and comments and subscribes and stuff. So, if you are enjoying our content and for some reason haven't pressed those buttons, it would be nice. Thank you.
And shout out to Shannon, who just finished the entire series of Exalt Witch Nexus and is now moving on to Changeling.
Oh, well.
That comment was
Shannon.
dropped
In a
just
few
a
years,
few
Shannon,
days
thank
ago.
you.
So it's very exciting. And yeah, we'll see you in a few years.
Yeah.
Actually, that's
Yeah.
wild. Okay,
Yeah,
great.
very exciting.
Legend.
I know that it's rough out there right now for a lot of people. We totally get it. But just remember that it is always possible to head.
Thank you.
That way.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.